Hell yes. Sign me all the way up to the 3rd floor and then make me go to the 4th. Yes.
She's like,
well, I mean,
my precious. It's dumb. People have first names. It's like a real thing.
It's once again time for Dun AJ's Yard, right here, presented by the MACKDOWN Podcast. This week, 20 years of Randy Orton on Raw. Wow, we celebrate that, man. Oscar returns. Who's ready for Oscar? We're going to find out. I don't think anybody's ready for Oscar. Roman, Drew, changing the script of the tag team title unification match. AJ and Kimmy definitely dive deep into who really runs the WWE. Is it Roman? Is it Roman? Or is it someone else? I don't know. This week on Dynamite, MJF has a lesson for Wardlow. We're going to find out what that lesson is. Size matters? I don't know. All I know is you can't teach that. The match of the week, in my opinion, Dax Cash tore it up one-on-one for the Owen Hart Foundation. We're going to dive into that. We're also going to talk about a little bit of Hook, a little bit of Housing. I don't know. We're going to see what happens with that. And, of course, we're going to have our watch-along this week. That's going to be great. Fantasy, Big Four, and more right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's another episode of the MACKDOWN Podcast, episode 39.
39.
Wow.
We're getting old. We're getting old.
It's got that lower back pain now.
I know, right?
I definitely do after last night.
Oh.
Dude.
Not in a weird way.
So to introduce us all here, obviously we got Miss Kimmy across the table over there.
Hello.
We got Mr. B.
Hello, hello.
AJ.
I'm here. How you doing?
And myself.
Oh.
Mikey Macdy.
It's me. What's up, everybody?
And when I say after last night, we went and played a round of night disc golf.
Yes.
After already playing during the day.
Yeah, we
did. So that's what I mean. Physical activity gives you back pain at 39. No, I'm kidding.
Plus,
I would know.
Plus, I also worked, so.
That is true. That is true. And then you went out and played and then came back and then we pretty much went right back out. Yeah. No, that was fun. It was the first time we actually went and played night disc golf.
We do recommend it. I'm not going to lie.
It was fun. The setup actually wasn't bad.
Yeah. Especially if there's not too many people doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got out there. There was literally nobody there.
It was just us.
Yeah.
It was nice because for our WrestleMania party, we had bought a bunch of, the glow sticks.
Yeah.
So we put them all in the, exactly. So we're having a rave.
Yeah.
Raving at night, baby.
So yeah, we put those all in the chains and
dude.
Stuck some to the discs.
Would you call that a basket rave?
Could have been.
Look at you, Mr. B.
Could have been with those new lights you're talking about getting. It could be.
That would be cool.
Because some of disco party out there.
Some of them, I think, have a function where you can flash them and stuff or alternate color.
Yeah, there was a remote. One had a remote. Didn't you see one with a remote?
It'd be cool if you could do them color-wise, like front 9, back 9.
Mm-hmm.
So if you did like green for the front 9, red for the back 9, or whatever. Because then you know.
I'm cool with that.
With this, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, here we go. It's the second part of the game.
Dude,
it's the second half.
Could you imagine having, $1 million idea?
I know, right?
But if we could afford to, buy a little piece of property and put a sweet-ass disc golf course on it where you could come and play night golf, and, we have already night discs. We already have all the things lit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pay to play.
Yeah, dude, and you could even have, we could have, walking trails. And have,
with little solar lights.
Have little solar lights lighting it.
Totally.
Manicure the course so you're not going to, break your fucking shit off hitting a metal...
That's the only hazard of playing at night is, you really have to watch out for tripping hazards.
No trees.
Just no trees whatsoever.
So would
the trees were fun, though.
Yeah.
Especially when you shine the light on them and you didn't realize they were there.
Would you charge people, though, for the night golf?
You would have to for all that
manicure.
manicure.
It would have to be all enclosed in, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it would be cheap.
Maybe
I would
some,
do no more
nets.
than $4 a person or something like that.
I'll do group packages like $10 for the night, stuff like that.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
totally.
Oh, for the whole night? Yeah, play
Yeah.
as much as you want for the whole night, $10.
Yeah, per person.
Or no more than
round.
groups of 4 or whatever.
No
and then
more
if you
groups
have
than 4.
more than 4, then
Yeah, we can sort out all the details on that, but I'm just saying, yeah, that could be a great, like you said, a great idea.
Yeah, we'd have to have like
acres.
Dude, even if something like that disc golf park that was
east.
down there, down south a little bit, that was kind of in the back of that neighborhood by the park.
Oh yeah.
Even something like that, where it's kind of short putts, but you know what I'm saying?
Well, that'd be perfect for night golf because it's
Right.
just technical enough to where you can get away with having the shorter basket placements.
Totally.
Because some of those I do really like. Well, it might be different now because of the construction, but
Yeah.
I did like it because, dude, they would have a basket. I don't know. We'll say maybe 50 yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a big fucking giant group of trees that you're not getting through.
Like
So you
have to
gotta go
around.
around them. You have to go around the trees. And if you go to the right side, you're probably going to be in a lot of brush in a bunch of trees, or you go fucking left and you just try to get around it.
And there's a few that are longer open shots, but yeah, some of them are a lot more technical.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on 15.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of a
Where
happy
they put it
medium.
directly behind the tree, pretty much.
Yeah, dude. But I enjoyed it, man. It's got me looking to invest in clear discs and lights and fucking,
I love disc
all the
golf.
fun jazz.
Yeah, it was definitely an impactful night. I gotta say one thing: I played better last night than I played in a while. So
That's what I was gonna say. It's not even as challenging as I thought it was gonna be, because like you said, the inhibitions are kind of gone because you don't see all the trees until you let go of the disc, and then we put the spotlight on it, and it's like
yeah, that shit was
well, that-
hilarious, dude. It was like the. Go ahead.
That toss I had on 15 with the Eclipse, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
closest I ever gotten to that far position.
Damn.
At night when you couldn't see shit. So that's awesome.
It went pretty far.
I know, he was funny. He's like, where's my disc? I'm like, dude, it's way the fuck up there. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Do you think that it would be harder?
Plus, I
to-
think my toss is better for that disc now.
Yeah.
I feel like I've progressed enough in my tee off that I can throw that disc a lot better than I used to with when I first got it.
So going back to what you were saying, Kimmy, as far as like the having our own course. So would you prefer it to be completely open? So like throwing at night, you don't see the obstacles. You're like, oh, there's the basket.
Well, I mean,
I'm
there
gonna
could
throw
be
it.
obstacles, but just not too many trees. You know what I'm saying?
I almost feel like it
Not
would
like
be
we're
harder.
playing in a forest.
I feel like
harder
it would
without-
almost be tougher if it was like a super manicured course. Then there's not really a lot of
That's-
obstacles in front of it.
That's why I kind of want to try that golf course up there, out near Woodland Park.
Yeah, because
Oh,
a lot of the
yeah.
professionals do play on like actual golf courses,
Yeah,
so
they
it
do.
is a
Yeah.
lot of trees, but there's like an actual
Yeah,
green.
Trail.
and there's like
Yeah.
out
There's
of
a fairway.
bounds.
There's a
and like all that.
fairway.
Yeah.
There's a green. Yeah, it isn't out of bounds. It's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna have other obstacles besides what we deal with on a
Right.
Sand
average.
traps. No.
Oh shit!
And,
Yeah,
there's also
yeah.
and there's basket placement too. You know, it's always with about you can have a manicured course, but then when you get up to the basket, it's like in the trees. You're like, well, shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
they
gonna
could
lie,
have it
though.
off into the trees. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, especially since the rainbow shot, now I'm a little better at that. I kind of enjoy the curvy ones, because then too I have disc specific to like.
Well, they flatten out nicely too. The really curvy ones. So
Yeah.
you rainbow it, it kind of flattens out quicker.
That gives you that S.
Yeah,
love
dude,
it.
that
Yeah,
rainbow
scroll.
shot's great.
Well, I mean, if you do it right.
So you said we're not playing disc golf again today. Anyway,
I mean, I'm down to play. If you guys are down,
Man.
I'm down.
Dude,
I'm really
talking about
sunburned.
it, yeah, I'm starting to like.
Like, damn, I kind of want to get out there again. God
It
damn.
is
I just
like-
want to lay
I know,
down.
I'm sore right now, but I know I'm probably gonna be.
lay down.
Hey, it's good exercise though.
It is great exercise, and I do
fun.
enjoy
we do
doing
have
it.
shit
If
we
you
need
do
to
it
do too.
enough-
So it's like, do we fuck off again for another 2.5 hours or?
Well, I kind of
see.
like I got next weekend off, so I could like take all Saturday to work on the car, get that all fixed up.
Take
Making
the whole
excuses.
weekend.
Anyway,
But that would actually work. You know, because then we can go play again today.
anyway,
It's that time of the year, man. It's that time.
I know, but yeah, that shit was so fun.
Yeah, we didn't get to play much, I think, last summer. I mean, we did, but we didn't play as much as we
Yeah,
used to, I guess, either.
that is true.
And now that we live like 2 minutes away from the course.
Hey, cut that out.
Doors meat, man.
And we're back. So that was a fun night last night, like we said.
Yeah, dude.
If you guys do have a chance to go play disc golf, we do recommend it. Disc golf after dark is definitely fun.
It is fun.
And if you like it, hey, comment, subscribe, like, let us know. If you got some cool discs that you throw, let us know because I'm always looking for some new stuff. And if you got some cool, glow in the dark ones, let me know as well.
Yeah, the glow in the dark's where it's at.
Yeah, at MACKDOWN Podcast.
At MACKDOWN Podcast.
At MACKDOWN Podcast.
So let's go ahead and talk about these releases from WWE.
Oh my goodness, man, what's going on here? Come on.
There's a whole list. Do you want me to go down the whole list or just the ones that stand out?
Well, there's the ones that do stand out. Give us the whole list. Go ahead, go for it.
So at the top of this list, Dakota Kai. Shocker.
Why?
Dexter Lumis.
Another why?
Malcolm Bivens. Harland. Persia Perota. Draco Anthony.
Who?
Sanja George, excuse me.
Who?
Raylan Devine.
Who?
Mila Milani.
Who?
Oh, that's no.
And then Paige Prinzivali.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
But those top two guys, Dakota and Dexter, let's talk about that for a moment.
Well, Dakota, for sure. That's the one that I
Shocking.
think I'm surprised with the most because she was probably one of the best female talents on the whole roster in NXT.
She was versatile.
Well,
She
not
was
only
very
that,
versatile.
they give her bullshit, dude, and she kind of just takes it and turns it into gold. She's like their version of Carmella in that sense, where Carmella just makes everything work for her, no matter what. She gets it over, no matter what shit it is. She makes it work.
Dude,
Okay.
plus her heel turn was like one of the best.
Dude,
In
Cara
NXT history.
cried. Cara cried.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I remember it to this day when because she thought she's breaking her leg, she's breaking dad. Why? I'm like, this is great. You made my child cry. Like,
Like, there you go.
there you go.
But yeah, that was shocking to me as well.
But now Dexter, you guys know my love for Dexter Lumis. I am so Dexter Lumis for life. I thought his character was super underutilized. I was waiting for him in The Fiend. I was
Yeah.
like, that rivalry right there would have just been.
The Fiend, I don't know.
Well, you know what I mean? As far as like that whole. It's
I
almost
just
like,
felt like
it could have
they
been their
turned-
version of Freddy versus Jason. I
He
think.
was goofy. He would have been too goofy to be in that role.
Well, they
They've
turned him that way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They've presented him as just a goofy. He became something not what he was
Not
supposed
initially. Yeah, initially he was like steel blue, man. He had them eyes that would just cut through you and to stare
Right.
and nothing. But
I
then
loved it. I mean, to me, I think the level of quote unquote goofy was good.
I thought so too.
Like, because
It-
even the
yeah.
wedding where like everyone was, where he's like, "Oh, speak now," and he just had the axe in his jacket
Mike,
and
you-
she's still looking. That is
you even said it
not
was the
saying-
best wedding that you've seen out of all the weddings that
Right.
you've
I'm
seen.
not discrediting his character. I'm just saying him with the Fiend would just be. It would be.
He's
goofy.
too goofy,
He's
too.
too goofy to be in that role. Like I would see him and like R-Truth getting together and doing some backstages, and that would be entertaining.
Yes, but like
That's where I see
wanted
Dexter.
I wanted a more serious serial killer Dexter Lumis. I wanted that like Randy Orton Dexter
Yeah.
Lumis.
Well, and if they could have done that and presented him in that way,
Yeah, that
but
versus
they
the
didn't.
Fiend.
They
That's what
never
I'm saying.
did. That's
that,
the problem.
That Dexter Lumis, Randy Orton, crazy psycho versus the Fiend, that would have been a better.
Think about that guy and Harland with Joe Gacy. Do you think that would have spiced up his little thing a little
I think
bit
he was
more?
big. I think he's too big for Joe Gacy. Like his character would have superseded Joe Gacy, and he would have just looked. It would have been like having like.
Well, you're
Thor
talking
behind
what
you,
ifs.
and you're
You're talking hypotheticals too. 'Cause
See, yes,
it's
I
like
am.
You have to go based on what he's being presented as. you
Okay,
know what I mean?
so in the character that he was presented as right before he left, it could have worked to make him serious, to bring his serious back.
right to
bring it
get him
back.
to the point that you're talking
Yes,
about. Where
that could have been a good door. Yes,
yeah,
I agree. So
but yeah.
so that's pretty sad. And like you said, Dakota Kai.
I
she's-
honestly was not I was not a Dexter Lumis guy. I
I
always
liked
thought
the
it was an
character.
I
interesting.
liked it too.
I didn't hate it. It just they didn't explain it well enough, I guess.
well, they
I like
took him
how
on a
he
roller
just stared
coaster.
at you.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was fucking
Scary,
creepy.
yeah.
Well, I will admit, when him and his girl first got together, I was kind of like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
little much.
Well,
But then
to me,
after a
yeah.
while, it was just kind of like,
Johnny Gargano helped that whole storyline.
Yeah, I
Like,
totally agree.
I think without him, that shit would have fucking
Fell
died.
Well, and see, and that was the fork in the road right there, where they go left and they go with Indy and Johnny Gargano, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, and it was the best wrestling wedding I've ever seen, because with everything you said too, with the axe, but I wish they would have went the other way. That's just me personally, because I like the fact that he's not cutting promos; he's drawing pictures and being
That was
like,
awesome too. Yeah, he
Yeah.
drew Vince a picture on the way out.
I'm always so curious of the reason behind the releases. You know what I mean? I wish I could be like a fly on the wall.
2.0.
It's budget cuts, man. It's always budget.
Well, and they're probably not happy with their creative, and they're like, I'm bigger than that's why Deonna Purrazzo left.
Oh yeah, true.
Same thing. She's like, well, fuck this. I'm better than the way
What
you're
you're
presenting
giving
me.
Totally.
Yeah, sure. In her case,
right? In her mind,
In her case,
right? Yeah.
and that's why you lost, bit. Anyway,
The other one was Malcolm Bivens.
yeah. Well, he wanted his release, so he's been asked for his release, which is fine. I also smell Roddy on his way out the door now. I think this is Roddy's.
He's asking for his release. So.
Yeah, so he might get the Ali treatment though.
For what? Why would you want to keep him on the roster? You're not going to do nothing
Yeah,
with
I
him.
always say if you want to be released, let them go, man.
Yeah, if they don't want to be there, they're just going to be.
That's going to be bad morale. Yeah, that's bad morale around there. Somebody wants out of the contract. Okay, here's your little bit guarantee that you have left on there. If it's within close to re-sign and stuff, here's that little bit of
Dude,
guarantee.
if I'm
move
Vince,
on.
I'd start putting that clause into my contracts. Like, oh, and by the way, if you decide you want to bounce early on your own accord, you don't get X, Y, and Z.
Right, you forfeit,
And then
90% of what's left. You get your 10% walking because that's pretty common in independent contractors. You get a 10%. Bye. Here's your $500.
I think if I'm signing a WWE contract, I'm trying to negotiate the whole non-compete clause. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? This is not like the 1970s anymore. We got TV everywhere.
Well, not only
Fuck
that, it's
you
like,
and
do
your
you really want to
non-compete.
pay me for 90 days, or do you know what I mean?
Why though? But why are you trying to starve me out of my fucking?
Well, they're not.
they're getting paid, but it's
What they're trying to do is damper you.
fuck that. That's bullshit.
From that and take some momentum off of you.
yeah, fuck that.
I think
That's
they're
bullshit.
traumatized from the NWO situation.
They
You know what I
just,
mean?
they're. It's a really weird.
Like, people just jumping ship next day to the next, and people will be like, wait, I thought that was a WWE
They
guy,
got-
so he doesn't want him being associated in
Right.
any way by
But
the
how
time they show up
exciting.
elsewhere.
They
How
got him
exciting
back.
was that
but
for
see,
us,
but
though?
but it's not about you at the end
well,
of the line.
and that's in his mind. Yeah, it's not about
Vince-
us. It's about him.
yeah,
Yeah.
Vince has the bottom dollar, man.
Yeah.
But that shit for us, like seeing somebody just all of a sudden one day, boom, fucking Wardlow's on WWE TV, you're like, holy shit, or vice versa.
See, but you
got
still get
Roman
that.
on there.
You still get that. You just gotta wait 90 days.
Yeah, you just didn't see him last week on the other show.
It's
Yeah,
dumb. That's
yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
dude.
and
It's like, how can you, if we're independent contractors, how can you try to snub me out of more work for 90 days, bro? Because you're bitter, I'm leaving your fucking company. Like, get out of here.
I mean, they might be. I mean, it's totally far fetched, but you know how like when you're super right off a fight, you're like super pissed off about it, and you're like, I'm gonna go tell everybody and fuck you. 2 months down the road,
Right.
you may not care as much. 3 months down the road, you may not care as much to like talk shit. So then you're not in some new brand's ear, running your promos and running your mouth about WWE and their company. You might be more apt to do that if you're bouncing immediately.
well, well, most of them do that anyway when they go on social media. That's their new
Yeah.
audience, and they,
Yeah.
either say WWE's the worst place in the world, or they say, "Hey, I'm glad that I was able to be here, and thank you," and bow out professionally. So
Yeah.
it just depends on exactly how they take it as a wrestler. Dexter Lumis handled it really well. He said, "Thank you for the opportunity. Here's a picture. I'll see you later. I'm probably go back to the Indies and do my thing."
Yeah.
We haven't heard anything from really Dakota Kai. I don't believe. I haven't really heard anything from her. And then the rest of
Dude,
them.
apparently that was a pretty big hit to the morale to the women's
Locker
locker room
room.
backstage.
Well,
yeah.
Ember Moon has been on record to say, and I know she has an interview coming up in a couple of weeks. So Ember Moon has said, there's been a lot of controversy in the women's locker room of like high school drama, high school bull crap. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, why does she get more TV time? She doesn't even do this. And
Dude,
who is she?
that's that world.
And,
though,
and
man.
they're
That's-
saying that they want them to start dressing more like Mandy Rose on NXT.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, which is stupid.
Dude, that's a Vince McMahon thing. Vince McMahon
Yeah.
is all about like sexualizing and you know what I mean?
Well, and here's the thing
It's
too.
visual stimulation.
I feel like the wrestling world is very like revolving door in a way, but it's got to feel kind of shitty when one of your top stars just gets fucking. You know what I mean? You don't feel very safe or secure in your position in the wrestling company if the top people are getting fucking fired, basically, and you're like, well, where does that leave me? Like, am I just gonna get fired tomorrow? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then they're like, oh, this is a family community, and we're all about family. It's like,
It's a
right,
business, bro.
But you'll turn around, right? It's a business.
Yeah.
Don't ever
So
forget
anybody
that.
that goes into that locker room not thinking this is business, because like the indies, that's fun. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you can make money and treat it as a business, but you're having more fun. WWE sounds like fucking work.
It's because it is. It's a multifaceted,
Well, yeah,
multi-traded stock option company that's
everything's so
public.
Structured to the fucking maximum.
You're
dude.
running a network. That's the way Vince looks at it. I'm running a network. I'm not running a wrestling promotion. That's just what my network produces, wrestling. But what we watch here is not these guys who come from the indies who Vince wants to see go out there and have a 5-star Tokyo Dome match. Mm-hmm. He wants you to go out there and sell merch. He wants you to go out there and be a product. That's what each one of these guys are.
Hey, try this catchphrase. No, that didn't get over. All right, try this catchphrase. Right. Put it on a shirt.
He even said it. I don't get why things don't stick. It's because
maybe because you're 70 fucking something years old, dude, and you're out of touch.
And the writing staff is just so.
They don't even know what the fuck pro wrestling is, dude.
They don't even give anything time to stick. Like, Roman has a new shirt, like, constantly. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
And the shirt doesn't even, like, it's. I get it. You wanted to say God mode or God level or whatever. But, yeah, it's greatness on another level, level.
Greatness on a different
level mode.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
What? Who said that was a good acronym?
Yeah.
And then you make them all capitalized.
Yeah. It's not great. I don't like it.
Goddle?
Goddle.
Well,
anyway.
to get back on track here, one thing about Malcolm Bivens, one question: would you like to see him alongside of Jade and not Smart Mark?
Hell yes. Sign me all the way up to the 3rd floor and then make me go to the 4th. Yes.
He said absolutely. If it gets her on TV more, then absolutely yes, I'll take that.
I just feel like he's
a better mouthpiece. He's a way better mouthpiece. He's a little bit of slick with Heenan, you know.
He's just kind of, he's
found his own niche. He's found a real good niche. Like he's annoying enough, but he's also like, I got a point.
Yeah. And
then you're like, damn, I hate the fact that he's right. You know what I mean? And that's good. That's good heat to have.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very good heat. So Michael Bivens, I know
Malcolm.
Malcolm
Bivens.
Malcolm Bivens.
Well, that was his character's name.
Right. He got released.
The character of the person.
Malcolm Bivens is out of here.
Isn't it funny if it was only the names they released, not the people? The people still work there. We just released the characters.
This fucking Duke the Dumpster Drose, we're getting rid of his ass.
Yeah, but we're bringing him back.
We're going to keep Homeboy around. For, we're going to change him to whatever, Kane.
Kane?
Or whoever.
Did you say Kane?
It's got to be Kane.
It's got to be Kane.
I think he was there before Glenn.
I don't know. But anyways.
Anyways.
So there you have it.
That was it. Anybody else on that list, I don't really know who they are, to be honest with you.
So duly noted. Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah. Except for Indy Hartwell's tag team partner.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah, she's out here.
Whatever.
She gone.
That's great. So what we got on the agenda for today?
We are, so actually we're going to do a watch-along, man.
That's what we're starting with, right?
Yeah, because, this is a slow week, so it's always that third week before the pay-per-view, week before the pay-per-view go home. It's just like, meh. It's pretty dull. Those are the shows we get. Those are the shows that we get when they come live.
Yeah, but, to the tri-state area.
But anyway, we're going to watch one that was picked from a while back. It's the inaugural NXT North American Title Championship ladder match. It is TakeOver New Orleans. So for all of us watching, of course, that shitty Peacock, it literally took us almost 30 minutes to figure this shit out.
Dude, yeah. Hashtag fuck you, Peacock. Always.
Peacock's terrible, dude. Because they got no dates, no fucking nothing. Anyway,
no dates.
We're watching NXT TakeOver New Orleans. So it is Season 5, Episode 2, as far as NXT TakeOvers go. We are paused at exactly 5 minets even. So.
Get your shit ready.
Pause.
Are
whatever
you
need
ready?
To do.
Bam, bam.
Yeah. All right, so 5 minutes in,
Yep.
we're looking at a crowd before I count us down.
Yep.
We're looking at a crowd, guy named Billy.
Yep.
He's there. All right,
so we're going to count it down in 3,
2, 1.
Hey.
I was trying to throw him off there.
Yeah.
All right, for you guys, here we go.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh.
So, of course, we got it on mute,
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
For copywriting purposes.
I think, but I'm pretty sure it starts the show. I'm almost 100% sure. I think the referee holds the belt up, and then there it is.
And
So do you don't like that? You don't like that title right there, huh?
Here's the thing. I actually like the plates. I just don't like the strap that it's on. If the strap was a little more contoured to the plate, I think I would like it.
You don't
better.
like the bigger, wider straps?
No. It's too much empty space.
this looks like a boxing belt. Like,
I kind of dig it, man.
Yeah.
But you know me. I like that old school. I like
old
that
school leather. You like that old school leather strap. That's what you like.
Yeah.
Well, I think it looks a lot better than the actual continent. The plate was the shape of the continent.
Oh, back in the NWA.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You mean the
that is-
current one that they're still using that Chris Masters is currently rocking?
Probably,
Chris
yeah.
Masters.
It's just the whole.
masterpiece. He
United
listens to
States.
us too. He does. He follows us at MACKDOWN Podcast.
So here's MJF before it was MJF, man.
Wow. He's saying EC3.
First of all, MJF is not in that kind of shape.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying, like, character wise, he's quote unquote the top 1% here. You know what I mean? So he's just better than. Like, him and MJF would make a great tag team.
Oh
Cocky.
God, no. MJF doesn't need to team with anybody.
No,
you know,
he don't.
The
He
problem
don't.
with EC3, the reason why he fell off is because of utilization. WWE had, the JBLs, the Miz, people who are the quote unquote better than you and you know it. Hashtag MJF, So at the end of the day, what do you really do with another one? Not to mention you had a run, so to speak, a trial with WWE, and they pushed you to the curb before. You went off to Impact. You created this character.
Maybe he believes his shit a little too much, He kind of believes his own shit a little too much.
But you have to succeed.
Yeah,
But there's a level of saying, okay, maybe the fans don't see it the same way I see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he was great in Impact, but that was his venue. This, he was out of his element.
Mm-hmm.
Well, plus I feel like
Damn.
if you're in WWE from the beginning of your career, you're probably going to get a bigger push or a better push than someone like EC3 coming from a totally different promotion altogether.
See,
I feel, at least, because look at who's all Roman, Charlotte, Becky.
The who's who, man.
Yeah,
I agree.
All of them, most of them, with except Becky had.
Well, no, what
Had a
you're
career
saying is the
before, but-
homegrown as far as big stage.
Yeah.
The first time you were exposed to a national audience was on my product.
Yep.
I mean, I get what you're saying on that aspect of those guys having the bigger push, but you got to remember, people like AJ Styles, people like Kevin Owens, people like Samoa Joe,
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but I feel like
long
the
term,
homegrown ones
have a long term.
better long term and better.
Yeah, they're
Chances-
getting
more
taught
opportunities.
the WWE way.
Wasn't
you know
that
what
just
I mean?
Britt Baker? They just showed on the screen just now.
I think they did. Yeah,
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, it was Britt.
she was out in the crowd.
She's out in
yeah.
the crowd cheering for him.
Oh, cute.
Adam Cole, baby.
Baby.
Yeah, he's got the Dean Malenko syndrome,
Wow.
Dean Malenko.
and
Why
it
would
sucks,
why
man,
would
because
you
Dean
ever
Malenko's so great.
Disrespect Dean Malenko like that.
I'm not disrespecting Dean Malenko. I'm
Adam-
not at all. Here's what I'm saying when I say that. I think that Dean Malenko, had he been like 4 inches taller, would have been one of the greatest all time. Take his character, but just give him make him bigger, because he always was bigger than his character anyway.
Very true. Here's a guy who should have stayed 4 inches further away from his cell phone. He had a career that was just going to be great, and then
Canceled.
And then the phone rang.
Why can't people just be appropriate? God.
Yeah, he definitely, he
too
was
bad.
so young, bro. He was what at
Well,
this time he
he
was
still
like,
is.
at this time he was like 23, 22, 23,
Something like that, yeah.
Like
I do like those glasses though.
he had it going for
For
him.
my third eye.
Third eye blind.
Apparently he was another one that was extremely difficult to work with. So the seamstresses would say he would be just completely disrespectful, telling him what he wants as far as his gear and shit goes, because they do a lot of their gear there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So apparently he's just a fucking
Oh, somebody forgot to plug in
the back.
the back,
Oh,
the back
I
video.
hated that guy.
Yeah, it was interesting the characters
Yeah,
that they were trying to do here. It was almost like the in between. You know what I mean?
Lars would have been a good character had he
Never spoke.
never spoke. Exactly. He would
They
have been.
tried to make him sympathetic, dude. Like, Vince does that every fucking time.
Well, here's the problem with him. You know, his history, of course, preceded him. A lot of people didn't know a lot about him, and then the internet just released every single piece of information about him.
Well, apparently he had anxiety anyway.
Right, and then he didn't show up. He was supposed to go to Raw. Then he made those very, very, very bad cancel me comments.
Yeah.
And then he did the video, and then it's just...
The video.
Yeah, he was involved in some pornographic video involving him and another guy.
Oh.
Yeah, the girls never came. The girls never came.
Poor girls. Oh, see, I was just talking to Mike about this the other day, that they totally ruined this dude. Sorry, not to
Ricochet.
shift
Oh,
completely,
you're fine.
but
You're fine.
they ruined his entrance.
Who, Ricochet?
Yeah, because he used to have the sweetest fucking entrance.
The one and only.
Look, they even took it out of. I feel like, because didn't he have like the lasers?
He used to have the lasers, yeah.
They don't do that no more.
I know. They just took the lasers from themselves, especially, oh my God, dude, when the Thunderdome was a thing, they were using lasers like every laser they could possibly buy.
They had to do whatever they could do, man, to make it visually stimulating.
yeah.
That was insane.
Because the crowd adds a huge element, like, just to the aesthetics of the show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So without the crowd there, it's like, fuck, man, you need something to kind of get your attention a little bit.
Why do you think they did the Thunderdome with the screens, bro? That
Dude.
was weird, man.
It was, man. And you know what's really weird is when you go back and watch a pay-per-view and the Thunderdome pops up, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, that happened.
That was a real fucking thing for a little while.
Well, here's what's more weird is that the current NXT is putting fake fans in the background on the screens
top,
behind the regular fans.
Dude, and then NXT UK, they have no fans, but
Dude,
they pipe the
remember
fans
that?
in.
What the
We
fuck?
watched,
But there's no fans.
We watched this shit, and we're like,
We tried to give it a
we
shot.
tried to.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy to me.
But you know what? That's the way you have to get over. That's pretty much pro wrestling. That's being a WWE superstar. You have to make a broom look good, bro.
A broom.
Well, and they're selling in front of nobody. You know how hard that would have to be?
No, I do know how easy that is
Well,
when you wrestle in front of a crowd of 2.
But there's nobody there.
Me
It's
and
just
you.
the cameraman. Yeah.
Just
camera
me
guys
and you.
All right, so here we go. Here it is.
They're about to
So
start.
I'm going with Velveteen in this match. Just
I'm going to go with Adam Cole.
See, that's
Velveteen's
cheating.
pants are very Rick Rude like.
He did have elements of a lot of different characters.
Definitely,
I feel like.
he was Goldust, Rick Rude,
Macho Man.
Macho Man in there. There was a lot of charisma. He had charisma puring out of himself.
Oh.
The two monsters.
Yeah, look at this tan freak.
Look at he's like, let's go. You guys fucking fight.
Oh,
Oh, shit. There we go.
yeah, I wouldn't want to be caught between
And now
them.
you're in a trap.
There's
Oh.
Velveteen. He's got the masquerade on there for the New Orleans. That's pretty cool.
Now they got to start teaming up against the big guys.
I mean, that's
Got
what
to,
you have
right?
to do. Yeah.
Someone grab a ladder.
And
you
then
know?
let them fight
Oh,
themselves.
here
too.
comes flying.
Oh.
They
This
catch
is
him.
Ricochet's
Oh.
debut match, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
it might be.
I think
His
this was
debut?
his debut match in NXT. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I originally picked him to win because it's his debut match.
Debut
they're putting him in a
Plus, he's
spotlight,
like a-
debut title.
Oh,
Bring it
speaking
on,
of
dude.
spotlight, he's in a spotlight right now.
Yeah, they spotlight the ladders.
No, I know. It was funny. Just
Dude.
the irony.
This match
Look
right
at
here, I
that.
think, stole the entire weekend.
That was scary. Ooh.
Ooh, knees to
Because
the
this is
face.
WrestleMania, what, 34, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
This-
Nakamura and AJ,
this
Roman
is-
and Brock.
He's like,
This is when Braun teams with the kid, right?
No, that's at 35.
Oh, that's next year. That's the next
that's
year.
that's at New York, yeah.
Yeah, that was probably by far.
Or
See, well, New
whatever.
York,
Brooklyn.
New York,
whatever
Brooklyn.
it is.
Brooklyn stole WrestleMania weekend. I think that might be the best NXT takeover ever.
Which one?
Brooklyn,
The first one?
where Sasha and Bailey stole the show.
Yeah, the crowd was insanely hot for that one, too, man. That whole show, dude. Look at Ricochet.
he
is
just
like
did like 5
third-
moves back to back.
See, Ricochet's got a place, man, but he should have been like the forever cruiserweight champion.
Oh wow, the forever.
Yeah,
well,
him-
you know what I'm saying? Kind of like how The Miz is the forever intercontinental champion.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Let's get a quick time check so everybody knows where we're at real quick.
Time check. We got 15 minutes, 26, 27, 28,
Sweet.
29, 30.
This is like what, 30, 45 minutes?
Dude, it's probably
minutes.
at least 30. At least 30.
Yeah, it was a long match. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I should
Wow.
bring some snacks. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Baby.
So this was an early Adam Cole too, right?
Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah, he didn't even have the era with him yet.
See, dude, how much do you think he weighs?
About 205 live.
205 at the most, right?
What about that dude?
Because Ricochet, he's got to be like
220,
225, 230, yeah, maybe even 240. I
He
don't know.
just keep flying out.
I don't know how tall he is. What is he, 6'2"?
Gotta be. I always try to look at
Yeah, he's
where they
probably
are
240.
comparative to the ropes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If they Rey Mysterio, they're like 4'1".
Like Zelina, she's just like
Oh, man. She,
Bang.
ooh.
Jesus.
she barely comes to the top rope.
See, Lars is 6'4".
Is he that tall?
Yeah,
Oh.
Lars is 6'4".
Just a little stumbly there, buddy. Oh, ow.
Killian Dane
Oh,
with the
big
running.
man.
Mm.
Bang. Oh, there he did it right,
Yeah,
too.
he hugged him. That's
Yeah.
the way you do it.
He just looks sticky. You know what I mean? With all of his hair and
they
sweat.
both look like, ugh.
That's, isn't that Nikki Cross's husband right there?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
She gets swallowed up by that.
She's a lucky woman.
Oh, imagine being in the middle of that, just sandwiched in between Lars and Killian Dane. Like,
You can't breathe.
can't breathe.
Yeah, this was Insanity era.
For
him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
believe so.
Sanity.
Correct.
Yeah, that was an interesting group when it first started.
Oh, and actually, Undisputed Era was there. Matter of fact, this was the night that Adam Cole not only won the title here, but defended the tag title the same night.
Yeah.
Damn, could you imagine if we
In
had
the Dusty Classic,
yeah,
right?
could you imagine if we had fantasy with this?
Wow. Oh.
And who has Adam Cole right now? Oh, screw you, Mike. Screw you right
Like,
now.
I'll take all them points.
Well, that would have been a lot because that's 2 championship matches.
Dude, that was a good match too.
Bro.
Maybe we should
Add it to the
do
list.
add it to the list, that match.
I think our bucket is empty. We need to refill
Our
it.
cup
Yeah.
runneth
It's
over.
it's full of whatever those little
Pops.
things are called there. Yeah.
Pops. Those Funko Pops.
I don't think those are it. Maybe the mini ones.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus.
Ouch.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the front when that happens.
Ladder matches are dangerous, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool part is that they're using wooden ladders instead of the metal.
Are they wooden?
Yeah, they're just spray painted. Why? If you ever see them go through them, and they're pre-cut too, some of them meant for
Breaking.
those breaking. Because I mean,
Are
oh,
they?
man,
Are they like? Are they? I don't know. Maybe they're fiberglass or something.
No, they're wood.
Are they wood?
Yeah,
Hmm.
That's weird. Where the fuck do you get wooden ladders anymore?
they make them.
They make them?
Yeah, WWE makes all their shit, bro.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? They are a production company.
They're like we're gonna expense all these things here.
Definitely, yep. And not to mention, it's safe for the wrestler. You think you would be able? They'd be able to do all those bumps and stuff like that
Oh,
on
I
a
think
metal.
fiberglass would have been better.
I've seen them do it with metal.
That
ladders,
doesn't
so yeah.
split.
Well, yeah,
Splinter
back
as
in the
much.
day, they used to.
That
do
doesn't
it with
really splinter at all.
Dude, I'd be afraid
I
if
was
those
thinking
if that's
splinters,
made.
too.
Yeah, if it's made from there, like I wouldn't even want to get up on the fucking ladder.
Oh, come on, Lars, you're dumb. You're bad at geometry.
I mean, look at them.
He's just I guess from there it looks close, but from there it's like, ooh, that looks far away. Oh, come on, Lars, take the you bitch.
No, they held the ladder.
Uh-oh.
Because they had to all three do it. Yeah.
Because he's the big guy.
Oh, Adam Cole.
Look
What
at
you
all the
doing?
abs.
Look at all the abs.
So many abs.
Oh, bang.
There's a lot of abs.
And
Oh,
then there's
Adam
Adam
Cole's up
Cole.
He's so dramatic. Look at him.
No ab.
See, it's because Lars didn't set that shit up right. Bastard. Now you gotta fight the big hairy man.
I'm not
Jeez.
saying that there's not a spot for him in a title scene. I'm just saying like
There's not a spot.
it
for
just
the
has
title
to be right place, right time type of deal. You know what I mean?
Wait, who?
For Adam Cole.
Well, he's got to be in. I feel like it's got to be when he's in a faction.
Right.
the
Yeah, oh, yeah.
leader
He
of
has
a
to have people
faction.
around him for
Almost
sure.
like Britt, where she had her little minions
Yeah.
for a while. That's what kept her like title on her. You know
This
what I mean?
looks like it hurt.
Anything like that hurts.
Just sliding
Slide
down the
down,
fucking
yeah.
wood. It doesn't look like wood, though.
I don't know to me, man. Any rib
Let's
shots?
see.
It looks like it's got to be aluminum.
It might be aluminum. Because at first they were wood because they used to splinter.
That would be terrible. Do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Really,
Get
really cheap
stabbed.
aluminum or something.
Or maybe fiberglass because it doesn't really splinter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Go to like the images or something.
Images.
We got AJ pulling it up on Google right now as we speak. And these guys are all beating the shit out of each other.
Yes, more
are-
ladders.
Yeah, more
So
ladders are
these
coming.
matches would have to be kind of more planned out, right?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Like you'd kind of have, oh look, Morrow. Damn, Morrow. Oh, this right here.
It's not even. It's not even.
That's what I'm saying. That was kind of goofy.
Yeah, they just walk back in the ring and they'll leave it. That's fine.
Really, if you throw him into that thing for real, he just would have like pushed the ladder because
Okay,
it was
so-
attached to literally nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here it
Yeah.
is. The ladders used as WWE weapons are structurally different than regular ladders, obviously. The steel used is making WWE ladders very hollow. They make them lighter and safer to hit the wrestlers with. The center is weaker, making it easier to break into if it's ever. So it is made of metal,
Well,
but it's
Damn.
like very thin,
yeah.
Very thin cut you metal.
very thin.
I think I'd rather be metal.
Well, have you seen someone get cut by a ladder yet? Really?
No,
I mean,
if
like,
you- yeah,
I've
like-
seen like their
actually,
heads
yes,
get cut.
yes. Jeff Hardy. I mean, not Jeff Hardy. Nitro or not Nitro. Mercury.
Yeah.
Jesus, Mercury got freaking murdered in not so many words.
Well,
He
were they being hit with the ladder?
Well, no, pretty much Matt
They
Hardy
did
had
get hit. Yes.
Matt Hardy had their heads at the edge of the ladder. They made a pendulum. So Jeff jumped off the top rope ass first on the front top of the ladder, and the ladder sprang up and hit both of them in the face.
Ugh.
But Mercury took it to the orbital bone, cracked all here.
Like his whole face
Whole
just like
face
basically
exploded.
split.
Yeah, split in half. Soon as they went over to him, you just saw the port. We might have to put that match in
Dude,
there.
it's very bloody.
It's very bloody.
It's like he
Are
gets
they-
hit and he just starts immediately pouring blood
Yeah.
everywhere.
Ugh.
They had to bring a big towel in there, and like the next week when they showed him,
Dude, he's all fucked
he
up.
is staples down. He looked like he was Leatherface. Like they put him back together. It was bad. Shout out to Mercury, man. You took that like a soldier, bro.
Dude.
Tried to finish the match, but they were like, "No, you
Are
need
these-
medical attention."
Are these the
Literally.
same ladders?
Yeah. Yep.
Aluminium, probably.
Aluminum. Well, they said the steel chairs are 92% aluminum, so that's why pretty much Triple H and Taker wore each other out.
Still though, dude, that shit still gotta hurt. I
Yeah.
mean, you hear the noise that it makes.
8% is still real.
It's like, hey, that shit still got it. It's still hitting you.
8% real is still real. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like the garbage cans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they said those are just like
Literally aluminum foil.
literally like
Like a Coke can?
yeah.
It's like those trays you bring macaroni and cheese in.
Yeah.
Oh, the tin foils.
Oh yeah, you just put it on them, just smush it down their head,
Yeah.
let them run around with it like it's like you just wrap steel around their head.
Oh, you fell.
Velveteen with the ladder to Lars's face.
Uh-oh.
Velveteen set up the big ladder. Is that the big ladder or is that the
Yeah,
regular
I think
standard
it's
ladder?
He's
Is
about
that
to elbow
true?
drop this
That's-
dude right here.
That's
Oh.
the big one.
Velveteen now setting up. I love how the referee's in the side corner holding the ladder.
Dude, look at
Beautiful,
that. Look, man.
beautiful spot.
That fucking ring is bouncing all over the place, and then he's gonna get up on the very top of it.
And remember, these are not regular ladders, apparently.
I know, but still, like, look at this,
Oh.
dude.
Holding it steady. I would have just jumped and grabbed the belt.
Oh.
Ooh.
Isn't that
Oh.
insane?
Especially if it was already Velcro.
That was nice.
I don't think that was Velcro at that
yeah,
time.
At that time, no, I don't think it was either.
I think this is the night where they debut all the new belts, though, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but maybe it was maybe it was Bobby Roode.
Velveteen Dream with that elbow smash was amazing. Look at
For
that.
the NXT title.
Yeah, and the women's and
Well, wasn't it Asuka that had? Don't know.
I think Asuka beat Ember. Is that right?
No. Was it Ember?
I don't remember.
So yes, Shayna Baszler actually defeated Ember Moon by submission.
Ember, okay.
And then, like we said, Undisputed Era won the Dusty Classic.
Oh, who's going to interfere next?
The main event for this was, for the title, NXT Championship, Alistair and Andrade. But the main event was Gargano and Ciampa, unsanctioned match.
That was a great match too.
It was. They headlined quite a few takeovers. Oh, that was a move.
What's the greatest feud in NXT history?
It's got to be Ciampa and this guy.
And Gargano?
Gargano, yeah. They pretty much...
They traded back and forth.
Yeah. It was so dramatic, too, you know?
They were,
and they were
both
tag
really good.
teams, dude. Like,
It was a great story.
To me, I felt like it was like when the Rockers broke up. But better.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
You know what I mean? But that impact, you know what I mean? Because you think the Rockers are going to be together forever. All of a sudden, Sean turns on him, and you're like, "Holy fuck, man!" Like, you just turned on your partner, bro.
I knew he was going to do that.
Oh,
And
God.
they held on to that animosity for a long time.
Yeah. But then they spun it and turned it into a long feud, just like it should be done.
The barbershop window was probably like, dude, that's iconic.
Yeah.
That's got to be like.
I mean, that was Sean's launch. That was his. He's taken off by himself.
I got to say, that's probably in top like 5. I'd say between 7, top 7 moments in wrestling. Because it's very memorable. It's very memorable. For
That's
sure,
quite a category to get
especially
into.
Especially Sean's career.
Yeah, we ain't done top 5 in a long time.
Yeah.
Just moments.
I mean, that moment happened. You remember that? It's almost as iconic as Hogan. You know,
We could do a Mount Rushmore moments. So not like in ring action moments. Like
just a moment in general that like the NWO formed. That moment.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
Yeah. That would be interesting if we did our top 4, because we can't do a top 10. That shit takes way too long.
Way.
Might as well do a top 27.
Oh God, that would be 2 days, 3 days worth of shows.
It'd be like the fantasy. I mean, not the fantasy. It'd be like the draft, NFL draft. round 1.
That's ridiculous, dude. You know what, man?
4 hours.
Hey, be better, NFL. That shit was almost 5 hours for
better.
1 round. We didn't even get 5 hours of 2 rounds the night after. Oh, and by the way, the next 3 fucking rounds or 4 rounds was done in like 2 hours. I'm just saying, like, dude, we don't need 5 hours of drafting for 1 round.
Oh my God! Speaking of,
I think it's 8 minutes per fucking pick or some stupid shit.
What is Adam? Speaking of what's going on here, what is Adam Cole doing?
Sleeper
dude,
hold. Oh,
shaking
he's about
like
to
a
do a Vader
motherfucker.
bomb. Oh, Lord.
EC3 has died. This is where his career died, ladies and gentlemen.
You think so? You think this was the match?
Dude, look what just happened to him.
This was not his debut match either, was it?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think either he has just gotten there or, yeah. I know this is Ricochet's for sure.
Dude, there's no way I would have ever.
He just died. Yeah, he just fucking laid there.
He did.
You know what? It might have been actually for EC3 as well.
Can you imagine if your fingers were in between that?
Ooh, ouch. Ouch, ouch,
We're losing
ouch.
fingers, bruh.
Yeah, because that was at least
That
what,
would suck.
350? No, more than that. Because he's at least 300. Cole's 2, so that's about 5. That's half a ton that just fell on you.
Like, forcefully.
Ouch. There's an art to it, though, right?
There's a referee out there like,
It's fake.
just come to me.
Just come to me. Yeah, Ricochet, you're done.
Oh, that
like
was
a
cute.
baby.
What
Like
cute
a
little-
baby. Oh, you should have caught him.
Oh.
Would have been funny if you would have caught him in the powerbomb.
Oh, my God. Don't they take turns just throwing him right here? He's like,
Yeah.
you threw this motherfucker at me, you son of a bitch? You want to throw him at me? I'm going to
Yeah.
throw him back at you.
Stop it.
Play catch with Ricochet. Ooh. Throw him back. Fans are chanting, throw him back. Ricochet's like, no. Oh,
He's like,
damn.
fuck y'all, I'm
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
You're not playing catch with my black. Like, dude, get out of here.
Once was enough.
These two still haven't square off yet. There it is. They waited all the way until like almost the end of the match. Let's do a timestamp here.
It's this the freak accident at 30 minutes and 30 seconds.
31, 32. Yep.
Etc.
etc., etc. What a clothesline! Wow, you know, Killian Dane really could have took off and been something.
They tried, but then it just never materialized, man.
Well, a bad Killian Dane. You know, you need these big nasty. Oh Jesus, Lars!
I'm gonna cut you in the air.
Yeah, Lars was like, I caught him. I just got to put him back down now. I can't
It's
do
funny
nothing
because
special.
the big dudes get slammed and they just die because, you know,
That's a lot of weight.
yeah, big dudes usually don't get just picked up like that, you know. So when you get somebody else that fights you and you're a big dude and he just picks you up and throws you down, you ain't never felt that.
Oh yeah,
That might as well killed him.
Oh.
yeah. Like when
He
Big
is-
Show got powerbombed by Kevin Nash. You know,
Oh God, straight on his neck.
on his neck. The move got outlawed.
Be like, we're gonna outlaw it for this big son of a bitch.
Oh
Jesus
he's already got the
Christ.
bad knee.
He's really bad at setting up the ladder yet again.
Who,
Yeah.
Lars?
Yeah,
He's
dude.
like, I think it's right here, George.
I'm going to climb.
Oh, he's gonna. Yep, I knew it.
Oh, this is where he
my
bounces.
God.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. That is insane.
Ricochet's great. Who's somebody's bleeding because they all got gloves on, or they're about to commit surgery.
Commit
Yeah,
surgery.
commit it. Yes. Yes.
Probably on EC3. Oh, he's been out for a minute now.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if that was the referee's job? They'd come to check on him and they're like,
Oh.
Oh, cut him.
mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Oh.
That would work great.
That actually would work great.
Yeah, man, right above my eye. Come on.
I don't know if I want somebody doing that to me though. I'd rather do it myself because they miss something or they nicking art. Oh.
Well, here's the thing though. If they do it, it's more, I guess, you can't see it basically.
Right.
Like you won't be able to see through it. It's not like you lay down like the Undertaker, or you get hit in the head and before you fall down, you just blatantly cut yourself. Do you remember that when he was fighting Shawn? Fucking Shawn hit him, and as he was falling, he just literally just goes coast to coast and just cuts his head. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Can you just like hide it a little?
Ooh. See, EC3 dies. Look at this. See.
Oh, yeah, there
Yeah,
he is.
he's taking a bunch of punishment.
So, like I said, at least with the ref doing it, Vince will have more control over how the cuts are done. You know what I mean? Because some guys like Shawn, he's playing Face Off. Like, if you ever seen the movie Face Off, at the end when he's cutting, he's like, well, it's my face.
Dude, so apparently back in the day, some folks used to do that. So Ric Flair used to keep it on his thumb.
Yeah. Yep.
He would keep
Tape
it on
it.
his thumb.
You
He
tape it right
would
to your
tape
thumb?
it on his thumb. Yeah, and then some other folks would do that shit, but they didn't really know
How to?
how to keep it tucked. So when they're wrestling the opponent, like they would cut their leg on accident, or they would cut their back or their arm, dude. And it's like, dude, all of a sudden dude's just bleeding everywhere from his body, and it's like,
what the fuck?
the announcers are like, I don't even know how to call. The gentleman is bleeding from his back. He just threw him into the ropes. I don't know what's happening.
The ropes are barbed wire. Damn it!
Yeah.
You didn't hear this? There's a rope barbed wire match.
Dude, yeah, so the people would be like, no, fuck you, dude. No, you're not doing that. It's
Well,
hilarious.
the
though.
best was Stone Cold, keeping it in his tape. If you look at that picture back there, Stone Cold kept it in his wrist tape, which is scary because if that thing cut through your wrist tape and cut through your,
Crazy motherfuckers.
Wrist, puncture your wrist, yeah.
Just like these crazy motherfuckers right here.
this would have been a great rivalry, I think. Ricochet and Velveteen
Yeah.
for shit like
The
this.
matches would have been crazy.
Definitely for shit like this. This London Bridge is falling down.
Falling down.
Oh.
Let me take a back bump.
Uh-oh.
I hate this.
Coup de grace.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, let me just. Let me kick. Oh.
I thought they did a good job as far as highlighting certain parts to where
Oh, shit. I
To
forgot
where,
about this.
whenever you see a big spot coming from somebody, everybody else is kind of laid out. They're kind of just,
give them their moment.
yeah.
This was crazy because I thought he was gonna lose his footing when he did this.
Oh my God.
He rolled him too. This was great.
Yeah. See.
Damn.
See, like I said, these guys were talented. You know, Velveteen, man. Oh, look at the blood. Velveteen definitely had something. He was special.
He had the quote unquote it.
Definitely. My favorite outfit he wore was the Vince Call Me Up pants. Remember those?
Yeah.
That was great.
Apparently that's when
he
started
eventually
believing his
got
own
it,
shit.
yeah. But it didn't last long after that.
Dude,
No,
yeah.
he never got called
He
up.
never got called.
Oh, he never did?
Nuh-uh.
I thought he did.
Nope. His
He may have been on Raw once or twice, but I don't
it was
know.
dark.
Maybe.
I've never seen him on Raw.
So I don't know if he was on Raw or not.
It must. I mean, he would have been great for.
Wasn't
the
he in a
crowd.
Royal Rumble or something? Or am I wrong?
Maybe he was in the Royal Rumble. Maybe that's what it was. Fuck, I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Kimmy's gonna check those facts while we do a time check real quick. Just make sure you guys are still in there.
Man, I already just did it.
Oh, you did?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
We can do it again. 36,
36 minutes.
24, 25,
36 minutes
26.
in. Sorry, it was 6 minutes ago. Get lost in the weeds sometime.
Sometimes. This has got to be coming to an end here pretty soon.
Yeah, this is this horrible move that I thought damn
is
near
this about
killed.
to break right here?
Yeah, this is where he damn near killed.
Oh, EC3 is about to die.
Yeah, like I said, this is where the match where he dies. He gets the freak accident through Velveteen through the ladder.
Ugh. Ouch. Let me see that ladder. Y'all
Yeah,
move.
it looks like he landed on a boat, too. Lars.
Let me see that broke ladder. What does it look like?
It's aluminum.
Is it aluminum?
It's got to be because it didn't just break.
He's dead.
He is dead.
Like it just bent in half. Didn't break.
Damn.
Yeah.
They did a good job if that was a stage ladder. Because that broke, like, at the perfect amount.
Well, I would imagine the way they're structured, they probably put like crumple.
Yeah, it broke right at the right. They I don't think they're
Crumple points and stuff.
crumple points, like bent points.
Yeah.
Oh God, somebody else needs to die now. Oh, this is where he sat on him. Oh, this was the worst. Ricochet dies here too.
While Adam Cole's just still over there.
No, Adam Cole's about to get it as well.
See, I'd be like, fuck it, jump on him, dude. Take his ass out of here. Then it leaves less.
Oh, this is horrible.
Oh my God.
This is horrible. Look.
And
Oh, God,
Jesus
no.
Christ. Don't break a man's legs.
No shit.
It's funny because they're all laying here. Like, they just going to pan around everybody. They're all just going to be twitching, laying down.
Weird.
Adam Cole's dead.
Baby.
Velveteen's dead.
Velveteen. Velveteen. Oh, look, the inside of it's red. Weird.
All right. That's why it's like, I was like, it almost looks like fiberglass.
Did Lars just come from under the ring?
Weird, right?
They are all just laying there dying.
My ear. My ear.
That was always one of my favorite
Crunch.
scenes in Fight Club. When he first punches him and he punches him in the ear.
Oh, yeah. He's like, out of all the places you're going to punch me, you're going to hit me in the ear?
Man.
Yeah.
All right, come on, guys. You gotta not be dead.
All right. We
Yeah,
don't
we'll
have the
see.
sound on, so it makes it a little more...
Like a mundane.
Well, Lars is getting back up in this.
There we go.
There he goes. There he goes. Climbing his way
Lars
back in.
climbing his way back.
He's gonna do the slowest ladder climb in history that's not even underneath the belt.
So everybody else can get back in the ring and push him over.
Oh, yeah.
You're right, though. His geometry is terrible.
Yeah. He's like, all right, let me get 5 feet away from the belt.
He's like, this is a quadrilateral triangle.
Look at
Angle.
him.
Wait, oh, look at him. He did it. It's
Aw,
straight up
good
and down.
job. All right, take your time with your broke-ass knee.
He's a scared of heights.
He's
Broke-ass.
scared.
Broke ass knee.
Look at him.
Well, he's injured. He just got fucking,
He just got what? You put somebody through a ladder.
Yeah, but that also hurts you.
Yeah, right.
It does.
Oh, here comes the other big man.
Residual pain.
Yeah,
Residual.
exactly.
You know, Mike, I remember once you said if Lars would have won this, the whole crowd would have shit on this match.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lars
for
didn't win.
sure.
No kidding. Oh, ow, man.
It hit him in the ass
Yeah, but like with the
with the pointy end.
yeah.
It hurts more, I guess.
Oh, where everybody's getting up there.
Just
Oh,
gonna
here we
set
go.
up another ladder.
The double ladder spot. Are they going to set up a third ladder?
Yeah, they have to.
Because there's,
There's one laying down there right there.
Oh.
Yeah. It was Velveteen and who am I missing? Ricochet.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Uh-oh.
It's a brawl for it all.
Here they come.
Oh, here they go.
I'll get my own ladder.
I just start hitting people with it. Yeah,
Bang.
exactly. Yep.
If it's like the video game, you got to hit them once or twice, you know. You got to...
It just stuns them for a moment. Stunned.
They're like, I'll just slow down. I'm not going to fall down, though.
Right.
Where the fuck's Ricochet?
He's coming.
Yeah.
He's probably
Is
gonna
he going to,
fly.
like,
The
jump
third
up? and-
ladder is now up, so he should be coming soon.
Yep.
He's gonna
Exactly.
fly across the ring to the ladder.
Up here. No.
Oh, that's the refs.
Yeah.
I know, I saw him running.
Yeah.
Oh,
Up
there he
there
is.
There he is.
Oh,
Now we have L6 men on the ladder.
this is great.
We've got all six
Ladder.
competitors
Aw.
brawling it out of the top of the ladder.
Way to fuck it up.
Body's
Adam Cole.
falling left. Body's falling right.
I think this is how he gets it, too.
No,
Yeah.
not.
Just
we're
climbs
getting
the mountain
close.
of people like ants.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
he dead.
Yeah, everybody's about to start getting fucking...
Yeah, they start
Bombed.
they start falling off. Here, there goes Lars.
I thought Velveteen had it right here.
Velveteen.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
he was close.
Oh, shit.
See, I love the way that belt looks, man. I do love that belt.
I like the red strap because it's like a burgundy red.
It's just a throwback to the big gold or the big green
Oh God!
because it's a super wide strap. It's a circular plate.
Look at this! Look at this!
Ah!
Oh,
They
dude.
just took each other out.
He's
there.
done. He's out of the match.
Velveteen falls like you do in the video game. If you notice that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they mocked it after.
So
Out
maybe
the
he
two
was the
big
one that did
guys
it.
up on the ladders.
Ooh.
Maybe he played the video game a lot as a kid and he's like, this is how you do it.
Oh, die! His falls are gnarly.
Gnarly.
Oh, he's gonna
Oh,
freak.
no.
He's gonna
Oh, please
freak
don't.
accident him off the top of a ladder.
I like how he shook his feet.
Yeah.
He should have went through the he should have went through the ring right there.
Nah.
I think that would have been a great spot.
Oh,
How are you ever
Too
going to
close
climb
to
the
the
ladder if
corner.
your ring's broken?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that thing is it's panels. So if one panel's broken, you don't have to worry about the others. The structural still strong. You
don't
just
they lay like 2x4s down all the way across?
right, but what they do is they remove the 2x4s under one panel, and then just put the plywood down.
Is he bleeding from his ear?
Looks
Yeah, I
like
think
it.
so.
Maybe.
Damn, Lars.
He's afraid of heights.
Oh, my God.
Oh God!
Oh,
Oh, Lars!
You
is
fucked
right.
up. You fucked up. You fucked
But it was
up.
a nasty fuck up because it looked like Lars died.
He's like, this is why I'm bleeding from the ear.
He probably forgot that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, he
No,
just
but you
got
see-
scared.
You see where the bends are, where it's red? Those are the preset bends where the
Yeah.
where the thing's supposed to bend out.
That
And you
makes
can't be
sense.
jumping on ladders that bend. You know,
I mean,
That's what they say.
gotta be careful, I
bend
guess.
them like Beckham.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
a nasty
no.
spill. This is a
there,
nasty
and he's
spill.
out. Here we go.
Ow.
this is it. No.
Oh, Adam Cole climbing,
Climb your
climbing,
little ass up
climbing
there.
This is it.
for the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen. We have
Yay!
a new
Yay!
There it
Adam
is.
Cole, baby.
Baby.
Because didn't he get his ribs
It is pretty. Look how shiny it
or
is.
his abs? Maybe
I love it.
I like the
What, hurt?
mostly gold
Hurt,
with
yeah.
the.
Because like I
silver.
remember he was hurt going into the tag match. I thought
Yeah, they put some.
Yeah, he had
they
his
put the
ribs.
ribs taped.
he
Yeah.
was taped and shit.
Yeah, taped.
Look at that. You missed out by not getting no Adam Cole side plates for your belt.
No, Adam
Thank you for
Cole side plate.
thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. You welcome.
Aw, good job. Well, that was a nice watch along.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Cole and new North American champion, first inaugural.
Yeah, man.
That was really good.
Hope you guys enjoyed that match like we did. It was great to see Adam Cole in one of his prime sets. Mr. B, thank you very much for adding that.
Yeah, good job.
It's time
That's
for a
one
new
of my
bucket.
favorites, definitely.
I love it.
It's time for a new bucket.
It's time for a new bucket of list in the bucket.
Bucket of shit.
You know what it is time for.
That tag match in the same pay-per-view. I liked that one.
That's true.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Indeed.
Just watched the whole thing. Well, cool. Kimmy, you were saying?
What?
But
Huh?
And now it's time for.
What?
Huh?
well, there was something that I think Kimmy and I discovered while we were sitting here. It may not be new to anybody, but it was new to us. So, if you didn't know, you will know now. So, WWE has their Mount Rushmore in their intro, if you haven't noticed. We were listening to it, and we were like, holy shit, man, you hear 4 distinctive sounds, and this is what WWE puts up on the pedestal.
Yeah.
So, number 1.
Glass shatters.
Number 2.
If you smell,
And then.
Bong.
And then lastly.
you can't see me.
You can't see me.
So that's their top 4.
And those are the only 4 things you hear as far as like wrestling goes,
Yeah.
like theme songs or whatever.
Right. You don't hear brother. You don't hear
Nope.
woo.
Nope.
In the WWE. The WWE.
You don't hear. You don't even hear King of Kings anymore.
That, Brett, nothing.
'Cause
All
you-
the videos are there,
Right.
Yeah.
But you used to hear the other distinctive sounds.
but now
Now it's just
those.
4. Yeah.
So that's their Mount Rushmore.
That's
according
got to
to
be
WWE.
right. I think so.
So I mean, can you argue that?
Fuck no, you can't argue that.
So Cena's there. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Well, how do you take Cena off of there?
You don't.
He's a 16-time WWE champion.
Yeah. The only 16-time WWE champion.
Yep.
That means he lost it a lot. Anyway,
Well, you couldn't see him when he was the champ, and then when you did see him, you knew how to beat him. You know, when you saw him, you're like, he's right there. 1, 2, 3. You know?
well, he's got jorts on. It's hard to miss.
Oh.
Yeah.
At least they're not skin color.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is.
Inside jokes.
they're more
Inside
khaki.
jokes.
Your skin color's khaki.
No, my pants are-
You look like a khaki motherfucker. He's Caucasian.
Khaki.
Caucasian.
Oh my god.
Caucasian.
That's
That's
hilarious.
hilarious. That is hilarious.
All right, guys. Well, let's get into the week that was. Shall we?
Dun, 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 dun.
I think, well, for me, the biggest thing was Oscar returning.
Well, that was Raw. Yeah. So on Raw,
Yeah,
Asuka did return this
exactly.
week. Mike, go ahead, kick us off. What's your thoughts?
Well, there you go. I mean, that was it. Oscar came back. Dude, she's been gone for like, what, 9-10 months now? I mean, she's been gone for a while.
Mike just proved nobody was ready for Asuka. He wasn't even ready for that Asuka question. Look at that.
I'm always ready for Oscar question.
Apparently
Okay.
she wasn't ready for Asuka.
Who's she?
Asuka.
Oh, Asuka wasn't ready
That's
for.
why she was gone for 10 months.
Damn.
I thought the Becky promo was a little weird. Not to lie.
It was off subject. It just really didn't.
Well, it's not her. She's like, all of a sudden now she's demented because she doesn't have the belt, and she's like,
Well, I mean,
my precious.
she really did. Say
She
that.
did.
She
Weird.
definitely did say that. Here's the deal. You're giving Becky Lynch an identity of saying she personally doesn't feel like herself when she is not the champion. And her quest to that championship is a direct, hey, step. Hey, I'm next. Asuka coming back is just saying, hey, you may think you're next, but you ain't even ready for me. So that's kind of what I got from that promo.
Well, yeah, and if you're going to have 2 former world champions in a program, it works best that way.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you know the history there. You know, Asuka won the Money in the Bank, and when she opened it up, it was the title because, you know, while Asuka was winning championships, you know, Becky was having babies.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely get the concept of it. It's the payoff match because we've been looking for it. It was supposed to be the match that we were supposed to see originally, you know, with the Money in the Bank and her being the champion at the time. So we're kind of getting that circle back around without having the title on the line.
And why was Asuka out of injury?
Yeah,
I think it
she
was like a shoulder surgery.
Yeah, she wasn't ready for her shoulder.
But yeah,
Her shoulder wasn't
I'm happy
ready
to see
for
her back.
Yeah, her shoulder wasn't ready for Asuka.
It's a much needed boost in the women's division.
I
Well,
agree.
definitely, and that's the cool part about the Raw Women's division is starting to shape up.
They'll put her in a tag team
I
with
still
Nikki.
think they need more. They need
Kimmy,
more. They need more head count.
do you need
bigger
more
head
head count?
I don't know. They need
They need
more
more
women's
superstars.
wrestlers. Yeah.
They have enough women's wrestlers. The problem is that they want to put this stupid ass tag team division with no tag team wrestlers and just throw people together. You're not going to make that work. I think Mike presented a good point a couple of weeks
Welcome
ago.
to WWE.
Well,
when he
most
said
of that
NXT's
is
gotta
spread
be-
across the brands, though. The women's division.
Right, and here's the deal: like having good, top quality opponents for people like Charlotte, for people like Sasha, for people like Becky, for people like Bailey, for people like,
Okay, we get it. The whole roster.
No, I'm saying these are your main event women. Having people to be able to battle them is the problem because
That's
you're.
what I'm saying, though.
But it's the problem.
That's why they don't have the count. They don't have enough
But they
superstars.
do. The problem is that they're trying to filter a women's tag team division through our pretty much establish that with what talent they have on the roster right now. If they weren't to put Natalya and Shayna, Shayna's a super threat for the championship. But she's just not looked upon as one by Vince and upper management. As us fans, we like, hey, you give me a Charlotte Shayna program from WrestleMania. Hey, I'm looking at Mikey Mack because he knows what I mean. But you give me a Charlotte Shayna program for WrestleMania, it legit could happen. You legit have a badass chick who's the real MMA chick that you want. You got Ronda, who's your MMA chick.
You got to remember, dude, Vince McMahon hates tag team wrestling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They
He
don't
uses
have,
the tag team
they
belts
don't have
to
enough
further storylines.
Women's roster to have tag team.
I
and have a
agree. That's
singles
exactly what I'm
division.
saying.
That's what I'm saying.
The head count's
That's why
there.
they- no,
you just got to pick
that's-
one or the other, right? No,
That's what I'm saying. It's
Right.
not there because they only have enough for either to do singles match with the women's division or a tag match with the women's division. Not both.
You can have 10 female single division wrestlers.
Yeah, but then you have to have at least 4, 5, 6 tag team, women's tag team.
There should be like
That's
6
what I'm
tag
saying.
teams.
Horrible.
At least.
That's what I'm saying about.
5 to 6 tag teams. You can.
Yeah, I
you
think-
can,
yeah.
I think-
like have a legit tag team division.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think 4 women's tag teams is all you need right now for that women's tag division.
No, it's got
Not
to
when
be
you get
more,
a
dude.
belt.
At least 6.
At least
I
6.
mean,
It's not when you get a belt. I
What-
mean,
what
you gotta
happens
have
to the ones?
variety.
What happens to the ones that die out? I mean, if you have that much, that's 12 women. Okay, so 6, right? 6 plus the champs, or 6 altogether.
6 altogether.
6 altogether. So 5 tag teams all fighting this one tag team. So that's 12 women. I agree. You can separate 12 women out of the current roster between NXT, NXT UK.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Raw,
just spread across
SmackDown.
the whole
Right.
universe.
And
it's not.
the-
You would need more of that.
They're not
for
on the
one
main
brand.
roster.
But here's the problem, though. Because you have an NXT women's tag division, do the UK women's have a tag? I don't think so. I
No,
think it's
they
just
don't.
okay. So you've got 2 separate tag team for the women's tag team titles for women's wrestling separating out there. So that means now you've gone from 6 tag teams for 1 title to now 12 tag teams for 2. Like that's 24 people.
Here's the thing.
That you've got. Now that is oversaturation because there's no way you can have a singles division and a tag division if you're going for 24.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But with 6, you can definitely have 12 strong women on the main roster that only are devoted to
Well,
the
see,
tag
What
division.
are we even talking about right now? Oh my god, we're doing so much math and going around in circles. Like, what the fuck?
We're talking about the tag team title
No, I get it, but like,
with Asuka.
it's really not
Returning.
that
we went way off.
convoluted.
Way off.
Well, we were looking to put Asuka in a tag team, and we just.
I don't want to see Asuka in a tag
we
team.
don't
We've been
want
there,
that,
done
yeah.
that. I like Asuka on her own.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you're going to do tag teams, get 2 gals that aren't really shining, put them together, make them a fucking real tag team, but do it early. Do it in the NXT process. Like, that's where NXT's thriving right now, is their women's tag division is like a legit tag division. Mm-hmm. They got like real tag teams there. So like you're saying, have them go across all brands. So they should go down to NXT all the time.
they
We should
did
see
that.
the women's tag champs
And
on
they-
NXT all the time.
And that's the crazy part. They tried to do that with the Dusty Invitational for the tag team women and all that good stuff like that. And it just didn't pander out well because they didn't want to send Sasha and Bailey.
Well, they're
to
not.
NXT.
They're not doing anything to bolster the tag division. Those is, I think, the argument here. Like,
Definitely.
they're just going, okay, now Natalya and Shayna, bam, you're a tag team. Oh, Shayna and Nia, okay, whatever. We don't have nothing for you, tag team.
Yeah, there's no consistency in the teams.
Yeah, it's like you can't just put
Rhea.
people. Yeah, Rhea Nikki, Rhea fucking Liv. It's like, quit it. That's not, nobody wants to watch tag team wrestling for a singles program to develop out of it against the two teammates. Like, it's fucking stupid. It's overdone.
I get injecting.
They need to figure out a new way to do it.
I get injecting that once in a while into the storyline just for storyline purposes, especially when you have a strong tag team that's pretty much winning.
Right, but at this point, every single fucking tag team program we see now where it's just two singles competitors, they always fight each other.
And the moral of this,
and it's just overdone. They need to figure out a new formula.
And the moral of the story is, Asuka, thank you for returning. Let's hope you do not wind up in a damn tag team, because if you do, I'm definitely turning this show off for Asuka. How about that?
Well,
there you go. Speaking of TV shows, Miz TV. We had a big promo on Miz TV this week. The United States champion Austin Theory definitely is proving his title reign. In some regards, I guess.
He's proving it, or he's just a champion right now?
He's just a champion right now. I'll give you that. He has not done anything, significant. But we did have a surprise return of Mustafa
Ali. They gave him his whole name.
Yeah, they gave him his whole name and everything. Yeah. They gave him his biblical name.
That promo was kind of funny, though, because right before he went to speak, he put his hand over his microphone, like, wait, you still work here?
Yes, I love it.
He's like, I thought you were the guy that took your ball and went home.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that shit was funny to me that they acknowledged that.
Yeah.
Hey, WWE realizes that a lot of their shit is out there already. Mm-hmm. So why try to cover? I mean, certain things you definitely don't want to talk about, MSK. But obviously, certain things, hey, this guy wanted out of the company. We all saw articles and everything about it. Hell yeah. And then you're going to step to Vince's pet? Like, of course you're gonna get like, and then you got the Miz in there too. I mean, I
thought it was hilarious too, because Theory's like, yeah, you guys should have a match. You should have a match tonight, right now. And Miz is like, yeah, if I was to fucking have a match with you,
if I had a magic
I'd beat
wand.
you down. But unfortunately tonight we don't have that authority to get it done. And Austin Theory's like, I just text McMahon, and he said, yeah, it's on. Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? What?
He's like,
what?
Thanks.
He says, I don't have a magic wand to just make matches around here. And Austin Theory's like, well, I kind of do.
Actually, I do right here. Look, Vince McMahon just replied.
See, and that's great. I mean,
knowing that he does not reply to text messages,
right? Of course, but it's just the whole concept of it. If you always notice the way Vince pushes people, the first thing that they win when they win their first championship is the United States title. John Cena did when they're homegrown. John Cena did it. You know what I mean? That was big accomplishment for the next step in that historic career. And I'm not saying Theory's there yet, but I'm saying
he's getting there.
If he's gonna have the opportunity presented before him to be this grand superstar, he's got to take that bull by the horns.
Well, you think he's a future Hall of Famer, Undertaker respect level, backstage competitor here?
Well, I'm not.
You have fully endorsed this man.
I've given Austin Theory the nod of saying I think he is going to be a bona fide superstar. He's going to headline WrestleManias. He's going to be fighting like the Braun Breakers at Mania for the title. Like expect like the Batista Randy Orton feud type things to be happening here.
We'll see.
So maybe once he gets big boy teeth like Roman.
Yeah.
Wow.
But don't forget
his chiclets.
Don't forget, it's not Austin Theory anymore.
It's just Theory. Yes,
just
Theory.
Theory.
Just Theory.
Just ridiculous.
Which I think that's going to change again.
Probably.
I doubt it.
And now coming to the ring, Theory. Like, what the fuck? We all just have one name now? That's just...
I think that's what Vince is doing.
So dumb, dude. It's dumb. People have first names. It's like a real thing.
So what's Randy Orton then? Is he Randy or is he Orton?
Randy.
You would put it probably Randy. Yeah.
Randy. And new world champion, Randy.
Hopefully soon.
You think he's gonna break it?
He needs to.
I think within a year he should be able to do it.
He's gotta win it twice.
I think he can win it 3 times. If he's gonna be around the next 10 years, you could easily put him in a program where bang bang he gets 16 real quick.
He's undeniable.
Mike Stradamus.
And then you can have Cena versus Orton one last time to fucking break the record.
Ooh.
Break the tie.
Well, I mean, the belt would have to be vacant.
Deadly games, my friend.
No.
Have a situation where you can have a Deadly Games tournament, like we had discussed previously, but Roman gets taken out. So now you got Cena and fucking Randy Orton tied at 16, where it's just like a dream scenario where it's like, holy shit, the record is getting broken tonight. Now everybody wants to see that match.
Do you really want to see that match? I mean, Randy.
For the historical nostalgia of it, yeah.
John Cena today, bro. Like, when I saw him at that SummerSlam match against Roman.
Well, and there you go. It's a passing of the torch.
Man, I think that was the passing of the torch.
That's Cena acknowledging that Randy Orton is better than him.
Oh no, I think he just acknowledged Roman and went home because I think that's it. Dude, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. I don't think John Cena. Like when these guys come back, man, I feel bad because they have nothing else left to prove.
But it makes sense storyline wise because Cena's like, fuck it, look, I need one more title win to break the record, and that's what could keep him going. You could even do this for 2 more years.
Well, speaking of which, didn't make any sense to me. After that whole promo with the Miz and Mustafa, of course, Miz and Mustafa went 1-on-1 and fought. Mustafa gets the win.
Yep.
Ciampa.
He's doing Ciampa shit. Ciampa doing Ciampa things.
Ciampa doing Ciampa shit? I didn't get the Ciampa shit.
He just turns heel all of a sudden like whammy.
That didn't make no damn sense to me whatsoever. Wasn't he just feuding with
it's just he's just kind of feeling his way around Raw, it seems like.
Apparently.
He's just fucking around with people, apparently.
Yeah.
How long has he been on Raw now?
Like 3 weeks, maybe?
Yeah, a very short period of time.
It was after me. It was after the NXT.
I like heel Ciampa better than babyface Ciampa.
Yeah, but
Who doesn't?
So I'm saying he can with his character, I think he could thrive on Monday Night Raw, because Raw gets very boring at some points, a lot of points. So when you interject someone like him into it, it's like, oh,
yeah, well,
you know.
I mean, Raw was definitely at one point that flagship show that you looked forward to seeing, and then 20 years later, what do? We celebrate Randy Orton. 20 years of the Viper, guys.
They could have just done a video package, don't you think?
Wow.
I'm serious. Like,
for Randy, you just do a video package?
20 years?
They made it a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, man. It was kind of weird. Everybody's out there, like, let's celebrate Randy Orton, and it's just, I don't know.
It was almost in memory of the way the video package was. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was.
You thought he was gonna be like, oh, something.
And
happened.
they could have did multiple video package through the whole night, like they did with The Rock, when The Rock never showed up for the fucking the Survivor Series, where they just kept doing Rock appreciation bullshit.
Oh man, dude, I'm so mad about that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was never anything that came of that. It was just like, oh, The Rock, 25 years from Survivor Series, but nothing ever happened of it. They could have done that shit for Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I don't know.
So I don't know. No disrespect, but
and
it's
why
like,
did they do 25 years for Rock, but then 20 years for Randy Orton? Like, they're just
Because
like, oh, it's a milestone.
He's
so
still active. That's pretty much the reason why they did it. You know, 20 years on the active roster, that's a big fucking deal. And you're still active.
That's Undertaker level. Like,
yeah, like you.
but better.
Well, yeah, because he's actually still putting on quality matches.
Yeah.
You still get excited when you hear his music come through, and he's got. I'm not gonna lie, probably the best finisher in all of wrestling right now. That
Maybe.
RKO is just. I mean, it's undeniable. It's pop
It's
culture.
devastating.
he's probably got the most recognizable wrestling finisher of all time.
Right. It's crossed all types of
Because
boundaries.
Stone Cold Stunner was really hot at the time. However, the RKO out of nowhere is going to live forever.
Right. I mean, you're still
It's
Out
a
of
meme.
nowhere. Yep.
it's a meme, right? You know what I mean? And you can think of some of the people who made that move famous. You know, Johnny Ace and Diamond Dallas Page. You know,
Diamond Dallas Page.
the Diamond Cutters is probably as close as you're gonna get to any recognition for that cutter. You know, because it's called a cutter for a reason, and it's because Diamond Dallas Page. Well, no, it
The
was
Diamond
the Ace,
Cutter.
It was the Ace. Was the Ace Crusher or the Ace Cutter?
It was the Ace Crusher. But that was the Stone Cold where he sat down with it.
Right, and then Diamond Dallas Page laid out to make it the cutter.
Yeah, because I
Officially.
can't remember where he got it. I can't. I just listened to that shit too.
Yeah, so
It's terrible.
regardless of the fact, you know,
Yes.
Randy Orton, definitely, we appreciate everything you did. I've met Randy. I think
dig
he's
the new
awesome.
belt. The Legacy belt is pretty fucking
The
sweet.
new Legacy belt is nice with the snake skin.
I just hate
and
the 2mm plate.
I mean, what are you gonna do, WWE?
It needs to be 4mm, bro. Come on. 4mm
But it's
WWE
I
title.
don't think it's true to the original though.
Well, I know, but it's so flat. It's just it's too flat.
Is it like the ladders?
No, it's way flatter.
Just
Way
hollow.
flatter. There's hardly no curve.
Flatter
But yeah.
than ladder. Well, definitely. Well, speaking of flat, Ezekiel. I'll bring him up real
That's a
quick.
terrible segue.
That is a terrible segue. It's like, what are we getting at here, people?
I don't think it's falling flat. If anything, I think it's elevating and getting bigger because they just had him in the main event of Raw.
Oh, you mean the ultimate Ezekiel?
The ultimate Ezekiel.
The ultimate Ezekiel.
If he painted his face, dude, he'd be fucking Ultimate Warrior Light.
No.
He really kind of does look that way.
He's super jacked, dude. Who knew?
Who knew?
We all did. We seen how jacked.
So
Elias was.
Cam did say the Cam EO, he did say that that when he was working security and seeing Mr. Ezekiel himself,
Ezekiel Elias.
yeah, he said he was the biggest looking
Double E.
dude out of everybody. So
He was the
said,
biggest looking dude out of
yeah,
everybody.
he's like out of Lashley and fucking.
No, not at all, bro.
He said he actually hung out and talked to Lashley for a while.
Yeah, but you can't. He should have told Lashley he knows people from his hometown.
But he said Ezekiel's way bigger in person than he seems on TV. He's huge.
Okay,
Ultimate Warrior Light.
the tassels.
The ultimate Ezekiel.
The ultimate Ezekiel. Well, that was an ultimate segment for Raw. Anybody have any other takeaways they want to give away from that, or should we move down?
Go ahead and move
We
on
can
to
move, dude,
SmackDown.
because this week was
SmackDown.
kind of just
Oh,
lame.
and before we do move on, I'm just going to make one more thing. Bobby Lashley, we hope you're doing well. We did
yeah.
recently hear that you hit the top rope, and top rope wasn't
Well,
there, baby.
If you see the next night when he was wrestling at a house show, he was wrestling Sheamus, and he walked around and shook all the ropes and was like, okay.
All right, good. Good. I mean, good sport for that. That could have been devastating. So, definitely. So, shout out to you, Bobby. All right, so speaking of SmackDown, we have a lot of changes going on to the pay-per-view for WrestleMania Backlash. We were
Yeah.
supposed to get a tag team unification match with RK Bro versus the Usos, which was going to be an epic main event.
Do you think they just scrapped that completely?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you want me to dive into the story that I told you, what happened recently with Roman Reigns and the Shinsuke Nakamura incident that I recently found out
oh
about.
yeah, you can touch on that because I
Okay.
didn't know anything about that either.
Okay, so
And this is all hearsay.
right. This was all on an article, but it came from a very good, reliable source, and it wasn't Pookie, but it definitely was a good, reliable source that stated that Roman Reigns actually, the week that we didn't see him on SmackDown at all, had actually walked. He was done. Apparently, the Shinsuke Nakamura storyline he was not happy with. He went off script with the promo that we saw when Shinsuke came down. Apparently, Shinsuke was supposed to challenge Roman because Roman said, I'm looking for the next challenger. Somebody needs to step up. Well, in the promo, Roman decided to say, nobody can beat me. I beat them all. There's nobody whatsoever.
Well, and he kind of stopped him from even making.
A statement, right.
Yeah.
And
He
Roman
just grabbed him and hugged him. Yeah.
Right, and Roman was actually supposed to Superman punch him and
wow.
start the rivalry right there, but the Usos took care of it. And if you notice and go back, and I took a chance to go back, you see Shinsuke saying, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, he clearly says
He
that.
says, "What are you doing?" Because that was Vince saying, "What are you doing?" Apparently, when Roman got backstage, Vince was furious, and Vince told him, "You don't do that. You follow script." Roman rebutted by saying, "I am the WWE. This is my show. Like, if I do what I want. I'm not fighting Shinsuke, and if you want me to fight him, I quit." And apparently, there were some other words. Roman got in his car and left.
Now, if that's all true, I applaud Roman Reigns.
I agree, actually.
Because I'm sorry, dude. Like, yeah, who the fuck is Shinsuke? What has Shinsuke done
To earn
in the
that
time
spot.
from when he lost the Intercontinental title up to that point?
Up to Boogs getting injured.
Like,
What,
oh yeah,
he-
so I'm in a tag team match with your fucking right hand and left hand man, and now I deserve a title shot.
Even though we got beat.
Right.
Yeah.
It
What?
it doesn't make any sense.
No, it
That's why
doesn't.
it's like I applaud Roman. The story didn't
So-
line up. Yeah, fuck that.
So that apparently happened. Now that cooler heads have prevailed, as you see, Shinsuke Nakamura is like nowhere to be fucking found. And now Roman is now in this match with Drew, who I think is a suitable replacement if you were going to put anybody into a match that
It is a little out of nowhere, but I'm like, hey, if anybody can step to Roman at any time, it's Drew.
Right. I mean, they've had a WrestleMania match together. Like, they've already big time staged it. You know, when you have that street cred of being able to say, hey, I went one-on with you, big time stage moment. We did our damn thing. We blew the roof off, you know. And twice, didn't they go? No, it was Baron. He fought the second time. Roman, when he came back from being sick. But long story short, like I said, Drew McIntyre, you going into the match now, canceling the unification, I'm mad about that. Let's start with that. How do you guys feel about the cancellation of the tag team unification match?
Well, it's interesting to me, like, that they've been kind of pushing it so hard. Yeah. And now all of a sudden they're like, you know what I mean?
That's almost why I feel like they may have just scrapped it completely, because usually if they just... This is giving me fucking Happy Corbin vibes.
Yep.
Where he was in line for the Intercontinental title, and then all of a sudden... They yanked that from under him and were like, no, we're going to put you over here with Madcap.
Which reminds me, Happy Corbin has still not had his Intercontinental title match.
I know, right?
Do you think it might be partially because of the people on Raw being like, no, dude, like, you can't also take my titles like RK Bro and Riddle and stuff?
Sorry to just, but I'm going to say, touch on your subject, it could be a USA Fox thing. Because remember,
like,
the
hey,
networks,
we want our own titles.
The networks could definitely step in, and because networks have a little bit of creative control of what goes on there. And if they're like, wait a minute,
so
what is this going to do for our show? Right. Well, you already took Brock and the world title?
It makes the titles bigger. If you have only one set of titles and you have all, now you have, think about the division, the tag team division on Raw and SmackDown separately. Okay? It's kind of feeble, man. Like, Raw is doing better than SmackDown. SmackDown has what? Like, literally not even a handful of teams.
Okay, but check this out, though.
But
you have Raw
when
as the
you
flagship
combine
show.
them, right, but when you combine the belts, now your tag division has gotten that much bigger. But now you have to compromise and say, okay, well, this brand split thing kind of has to end at this point.
Well, then you got to cut half of the roster, bro, and it needs to go back like in the 90s. I mean, check this out. You've got a world champion that's only on SmackDown,
and maybe that's why they're cutting all these people. Who knows?
Raw's main events are not world champion quality matches in the sense of you're not having someone who you're like, hey, this is going to be a dominant person on our brand. Right now, the biggest thing on Raw is what? Like you said, the fucking tag team titles.
Right.
Randy Orton and Riddle.
Because why? They're talking about combining them to one. It just,
even if
the stakes are really high, so we're invested.
Even if they weren't combining the titles, Randy Orton and Riddle as your tag team champions, even if the tag team titles weren't being combined, they are your premier champions on Raw. You don't have a world champion. Raw does not have I don't give a damn if Roman. You know what? Roman's on SmackDown. Roman don't
He's
come
on
to
Raw too.
When does he come to Raw and say anything to anybody else besides?
He was
Roman?
at Raw right after WrestleMania.
But besides that Brock situation, which also on the side note, they said Brock was the person who really got injured at WrestleMania.
Oh shit!
That's why they called the spot. It wasn't Roman. That whole thing about Roman was just to save Brock face.
Interesting.
But Brock was in the hospital for 2 days after that.
Oh,
so
good for Roman.
Yeah. Roman took the heat and the belt.
Yeah.
You talk about a real man. So yes, like Kimmy said, shout out to you, Roman, for saying, "Look, I did all that shit. Fuck you. I'm not stepping to Shinsuke, or Shinsuke should not be stepping to me."
It's like not when we got Drew and Seth and KO and fucking
right. So
keep naming other superstars that could be put into that spot.
Right. So that's the deal. You have like Cody, even Cody.
Cody
you know
can be in there. Yeah.
So you got Cody, Seth, maybe KO,
Lashley.
Lashley right now not in the spot. I'm talking about right now, like who's being promoted up into that possible world title picture. Roman, you got Cody, you got Seth. You know what I mean? Thank God Drew went on there. But my whole thing is, what's going to happen after this? In the sense of, what does Raw get out of this? Who's going to be on Raw to step up? And how is that going to make
your boy Theory's going to be?
I honestly wonder if it's kind of the
RVD
talent coming back going, hey, man, I don't want to work fucking multiple nights a week and travel that much and blah, blah, blah. Because they're all probably pretty set in their ways about working just the one show or the other, not having to work
the travel
both shows, basically, and pay-per-views. You know what I mean? So I wonder if part of it's the talent pushing back for that, too.
Wouldn't they just do both shows in the same city?
No, because you have to have two separate tours.
Yeah,
that's the way WWE is that big. You have to have two separate tours. If Raw follows SmackDown, bro, that'd be.
Well, I'm saying like same. Okay, well,
have
maybe
Raw
not
and
same
SmackDown
city,
in
but
the
same
same
state.
Yeah.
like
Maybe.
Raw's in Denver or SmackDown's in Colorado Springs.
Yeah,
Right.
vice versa.
Or vice versa. Well, no, you're probably the other way.
I mean,
get it.
they could do it and just go kind of parallel.
Yeah.
One's here, one almost like a ladder. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But you don't cover as much ground, and that's the thing. WWE wants to cover a bigger ground, especially. But the one thing that sucks about
brand
that,
split's hurting their product, dude.
and but
in
here's the
my
thing that
opinion.
sucks about it. I think what you guys are saying would be better, because when you have the pay-per-views, and since both of these damn guys are on the same damn pay-per-view, think about travel. If the pay-per-view is in Boston and you got the Raw team on the East Coast, but the SmackDown team's in like our market, like Arizona, New Mexico, Denver.
Well, and that's the thing. All the
gotta
pay-per-views
fly
are
all the way.
all combined. They're all combined shows, though.
Right.
So either way, you know what I mean? Like they're all coming together at a certain point just to veer back off, just to come back together.
I liked the brand split even with the pay-per-views when they had just SmackDown pay-per-views, just Raw pay-per-views, because when they got together like at the Big Four,
I personally liked it too because it was every 2 months.
right, and it
So you could tell the
gave them
stories a little bit
to
longer.
build, right, right.
For
I
sure.
don't know. I just think whatever they're trying to do or not trying to do with the unification is weird because they're like, okay, Roman has both belts and it's just going to stay 2 belts, I guess. There's never going to
Yeah, so it's like
be a new
obviously
belt. You're never going to morph it into one new belt. Like, what's the point of all this?
I think
Yeah.
you were right, Kimmy. The Connor's Cure Mini would be a perfect a perfect world WWE Universal Heavyweight
Yeah, because
Champ.
it's gold with like kind of the beigey gold strap,
Yeah.
and then if they had a gold plate behind it,
And
Or
Put
is
the
it
gold
silver?
plate behind it would be great.
But just think of and you know what? You can still touch on that to say the belt's in honor of him, of Connor, who was a big fan, and could relate to the whole Roman story about what Roman overcame and stuff like that.
Roman with
Aw.
the gold belt, I think would be.
that'd be cute.
It would
'cause
look
of his
better
gold
than the
glove.
2 belts.
With the glove,
But
it just all,
I don't think they're getting rid of the brand split, so they're going
Well,
to
that's
keep
what
the
I'm
2
saying.
belts.
Like, it's so
and
stupid to have 2. Like, it's just like, okay.
it's because if you're the unified champ, well, I guess if like in boxing, you don't like
yeah, because
just combine all belts. Because if this guy's in the WBF or whatever,
It's
he's
no
gonna
different
fight
than
for that
Sammy
title.
with the 2 belts. I'm like, okay, but it's
No,
2
no,
of the
it's
same belts.
very
Are you
different.
gonna? No, well, okay. No, what I'm saying is though, at some point,
yeah,
have one.
yes,
You don't need both. I
Right.
get that it's 2 totally different types of things because it's a duplicate.
Unless he's eventually going to lose one of them.
But that's
which
what I
is-
mean.
yeah,
Like,
which
what's
I
the
don't
fucking
ever like.
point?
right. And if that was the case, then just keep it separate. Like
Yeah,
for,
exactly.
for all the and
But
this
like
was
you
the
said,
scary part
like,
about that.
But like we've all been saying, the 2 Fox and USA wanting to have like this
Their own
voice
shit.
on their show.
They're like,
you
we
know?
want a big thing on our show.
Here's the
Well,
problem. They
want
both for Roman.
We want
Yeah,
Roman
they both
on
for
USA.
Roman.
We want Roman too. You
Right.
know, that's where I could see where combining the 2 brands again would be beneficial for
I agree.
WWE. Just to, you know,
the stories instantly become way better.
Yes.
Like I mean, just
the contracts
with the
could
level of
be
talent.
longer with the networks too.
Think about the
you know,
singles champions
extended,
on each brand
you know,
too that can now fight for
they
the
can make-
one
I know.
singles. You know,
So you had Drew McIntyre, you had Bobby Lashley, and you had Brock Lesnar, all as your champions, all before Roman combined this belt. So you telling me neither one of the 3 of the guys USA felt, I mean, with the exception of Brock, but Brock is not long term. So it's really Drew or Bobby. You're telling me based upon those 2 talents, you move Drew to SmackDown, right? So you got Bobby Lashley up there. Maybe Seth Rollins could carry your brand.
oh, definitely.
You know, at this
Yeah,
point,
100%. Yeah,
outside of Drew and Brock being draws,
I mean, Bobby could do it.
Bobby
still.
definitely. Yeah, that's what I said.
You
Bobby
know,
and
I
Seth.
think KO could do it.
I don't think KO could do it.
I don't know, man. KO.
Being the face of the because that's pretty much what it
he
is.
doesn't need to be the baby face. I mean, he could
No,
be
just
the,
the face of the
not
network.
everybody needs to be the face of anything. Like, there's not
Yeah.
always has to be one fucking dude. Like, yeah, there could
Actually,
be 10 fucking dudes.
Actually,
It's fine.
it does in this particular case, especially for the
No.
Not really.
WWE,
No.
especially
no,
for
not
of
really,
course
dude.
for the WWE.
The more talent
No.
you have, the
'Cause
better,
that's
in my
how-
opinion.
well,
you have to have somebody that is undeniably recognizable
yeah,
to
that's
bring them
great,
to
but
your
there
show.
needs to be undeniable, recognizable
You get
opponents
that,
as well.
right? But you get that with having that person who is your number one. You
Yeah,
don't
but I
have
don't
a number
need Roman
one
to
on.
be number one for
You don't-
fucking 4 years. I'm like,
You're right.
over
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
It's almost
But
like the
you
presidency in a
don't
way. I'm like, I'm done
have-
with you. Get the fuck out of this spot
You're
now.
absolutely right, Kimmy. That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. There's no other person other than Roman who can really be the face of that brand.
I don't need a face of the brand. I just want entertainment. Thank you. Give me entertainment.
You
Give me
could have-
give
you
me
could
multiple
have-
faces.
Then
of the
how
brand.
do you-
The
then
Rock,
how do you have
listen,
marketing
The
that-
Rock, Stone Cold,
Exactly.
those aren't all
But
faces of the brand
did-
all
but
at
that's
one
what
fucking
WWE
time.
is doing
Stone
now.
Cold was your man, though.
Yeah,
Over
but The Rock
all of
wasn't the
them.
man?
Yeah, but
he
there's
was
never going
over
to be
all
that
of them.
again, though. Vince has said that.
Exactly.
Vince has said
So
there's
if
never
there-
going to be another John Cena. There's
Okay,
never going to be
so
a
Not
there's
Stone
with
two
that
Cold.
brands.
attitude.
It's
so there's
the
two
WWE.
brands. So there's two brands. Who is your face? Who is your face on SmackDown?
You're,
Roman
you're-
all day.
you're not coming to see the face of the division. You're coming to see WWE.
Exactly. I
You're
wanna be
coming to see
entertained.
WWE.
I don't need
Right.
just one
You're not
echelon
coming-
dude and then a bunch
but
of
somebody's got to
whatever.
bring you in the door.
Yeah,
A
WWE.
bunch of people bring me
That's-
in the door.
But there's
Vince's
nobody.
mentality.
But there's nobody on Raw who's like that.
Everybody on Raw is like that. If you perceive them that way,
Then why?
Seth
then
could
why is there
easily-
My
no-
whole
then
fucking
why is
team was
there
on
no-
Raw. RK Bro, fucking Kevin Owens,
Right.
fucking The
and,
Miz.
and your tag team titles are your premier championship because he'd rather have it that way than having your biggest championship, your centerpiece of your whole company, of the reason why you do entertainment. You don't have that. You only have that secluded to one show.
that's the old way of doing it. That's the old guard, man. The nowadays Vince, like I said, Vince has said it himself. No one superstar is going to be bigger than the WWE.
I get you.
So when people come to see WWE, they're not coming to see Roman like back in the day with Stone Cold and Cena. You're coming to see our product. It's the Harlem Globetrotters. You're coming to see our product. Yes, we may have some really fucking great pieces this time around during this tour. However, you're not coming to see Jimmy Smoke Show or fucking
and I totally
Buckets McGee
and
or
I
someone
totally
like that.
disagree with you because the marketing, the numbers prove you differently.
I mean,
Prove
that's
you
fine.
differently because guess what? Roman's numbers is why Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but I'm
is
not
the
going to go to a
man.
live show and spend 3 fucking hours there to see one guy. If I'm not entertained for the rest of that fucking show, I'm not going.
but
so
here's
yeah,
the deal.
I need more talent than just the guy.
Okay, so will you? So will you go to a show where it's just see marginal people through the whole night?
I didn't say
We've
see.
done it.
I
We've
didn't say
done
see
it.
marginal
Right, but I'm
people.
saying you. But the time when we go in there, we're like, damn, we didn't get to see this guy. We didn't get to see this guy. We didn't get to see that guy. Those are the people that you are there to see. You're like, hey, I love
Hey,
the whole product
did you hear
in
what
the
you
show.
just said? This guy, and this guy. That's
But-
more than one person, AJ.
But what I'm saying in
You
the
need
general,
multiple
but what I'm saying in
entertainment
the
for the
general,
whole night.
but I'm saying in the general, it's the same consistent people. What I'm saying is Raw doesn't have the consistency that SmackDown does because SmackDown not only blows them away with numbers, but has the one person on their show that is the biggest draw to their product, and that is Roman goddamn Reigns.
And that's because Fox paid them
Oh.
$2 billion or whatever.
And here's the deal.
So they are the number one show.
And
If-
that is
if
is
USA
marketing. That is exactly. They wanted that to be the face of their network. Of when it comes to that product, they wanted Roman Reigns to be the person that you saw when you watched their product on their show,
who's
on
on
their
the,
channel.
Who's on the cover of the game this year?
Well, that's
Oh,
different.
not Roman. Some
But that's
other
different.
top
Oh, he
talent.
was on
But
the
that's-
time
Another
before.
top
But that's
talent.
different,
oh, wait.
though.
Also,
That's way different, though.
and
That's
the NWO,
marketing.
someone from the past,
But
not
that's
the face on.
marketing. That's different. That's a game. That's not your everyday. The game is not your everyday. The everyday is Raw and SmackDown. That's your everyday product.
and
Yeah,
you got
I get
Not
it.
your
Seth,
game. You got
Cody,
one.
But I
You
need
got
more
one
than- I
product.
need more
Yeah,
than
look
one
how much
guy.
they got to bring in. That's what they're doing for Raw to try to get that generating.
Well, they got
to try to
they
get
got
USA
3 hours of Raw too.
and they're trying to get USA to get that ratings up and stuff like that. Guess what? That's what WWE decided to do. Put the fucking title on Roman so Roman can show face over there.
Yeah, of course.
We've gotten way off topic at this point.
No, we haven't. The topic is Roman Reigns pretty much dominating the WWE and proving that it is his WWE for real. This is not a storyline. This is not a spoiler. This is the
Okay,
truth.
you don't have to yell into the mic though.
This is the truth. And that's what I'm trying to say here. Roman Reigns rules the WWE.
And Roman Reigns is gonna be the anomaly to Vince McMahon's vision because of Roman is so big, he's undeniable.
Undeniable.
And here's the thing.
He
Vince-
might be the next
Vince
Stone
does
Cold
not
type of deal.
want
And he
this.
hates that. Yes. He hates the fact that somebody could come in there and be like,
Yeah.
I ain't doing this shit.
Yeah.
He don't
Because
want
he's
nobody-
got the power. He can literally get
that
away with doing
and
that.
that goes all the way back to what you and Kimmy both just said. The WWE is supposed to be the product for what it is itself.
Right. It's
what
the
it is.
You're coming. It's like Disney.
It's like Disney, right? You're not coming to see
Yes,
Snow White.
Of course you're
not
going to go see. Of course you're going to go to Disney to go to the car land or the
But
whatever that is. And
Roman has superseded that.
right. He has.
Yeah, but he's
But
not the
all
only,
I'm saying-
But Roman's not the only reason I'm watching wrestling.
No, he's not the only reason why you're watching wrestling. But the reason why you keep tuning into the WWE,
It's not for Roman Reigns.
the reason why you keep tuning
It's not
into
for Roman Reigns.
The reason why you keep tuning into WWE is because someone like Roman Reigns is keeping it relevant.
Right, but I also watch AEW, which Roman Reigns is not on that program, and I enjoy just
I
as
said
much. So.
WWE. I didn't say shit about AEW.
Right, but I'm just
sticking
saying-
to the product and what you're saying is being presented, which is WWE.
Right, but
he is
Roman's not
keeping it
the-
relevant.
For you. That's
WWE was
in your
relevant
opinion.
before Roman Reigns even got.
Okay,
on.
you take
exactly.
Roman
Tried to
Reigns
shove
out of
him
the
down the
WWE. You take Roman Reigns out of WWE right now.
They would still be just fine.
Yeah, he left when he had cancer and when he had COVID, and I fucking survived. So.
Okay, and guess
people
what?
st- and people
guess
stepped
what?
up.
Guess what? People tried to step up, but look at the ratings during the Drew McIntyre era.
Yeah, during the
it was
pandemic.
pandemic.
Exactly.
Dude,
but
but
still,
before that-
regardless,
no,
Bobby
before that-
Lashley wins the title. Bobby Lashley wins the
He
title.
fucking has like memory loss because before that, Drew was fucking over.
Okay.
Way the fuck
Okay.
over.
Well, great.
Super fucking
Well, great.
over.
But guess what?
Even more than Roman Reigns at the
And,
time.
and guess what? He was a reason why the WWE remained relevant. He kept the relevancy there.
Oh, not just Roman? Oh, someone else.
But I'm talking
Gotcha.
about now, Roman
Right, but
now.
I'm talking about then.
Okay, great.
And you
Guess
wanna-
what?
and you
Then
wanna-
was a part of the fucking interim now.
you wanna say that
I'm
the
talking about
pandemic had
right now.
nothing to do with
but I'm
fucking-
talking about right the fuck now.
Yeah, but we're saying-
Roman
we're
Reigns
saying
is
that-
the relevancy of the WWE
Okay.
and the numbers and the money.
Right.
Where they're trying to
Right.
put the money
But
at
not
is
forever,
all
AJ.
where Roman.
Right,
But
and
not
if
forever.
you
We're
take,
talking about
if you
forever.
take Roman out of there, just like he was
Right
and
now,
even when
if
he
you take
was
him out
there,
right now, right
I'm
at this
still
moment,
gonna
AJ.
watch it.
calm the fuck down.
Exactly.
Everybody,
That's what I'm
calm
saying.
the fuck down. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know why you're getting so upset about it.
because it's like you're trying to shut me down from saying something that is super relevant. Roman Reigns
I'm
is
not
the
shutting you
reason
down at
why.
all.
No,
You're
you're-
just not able to see anyone else's
I
side of
definitely,
it.
but I just said
That's
you were
not
right in the-
WWE's model. He's stepping into the model that Vince doesn't want to project because Vince doesn't want that guy to basically step in and have all the power to be like, nope, I'm not doing that. Nope, I'm not doing that. Now he's fucking handcuffed again, and he's like, fuck this. I don't want to be in this position. So his model out of his mouth was no one person will supersede WWE. However, Roman stepped into that place, stepped into that spotlight because he's undeniable. He's just like Stone Cold. He's just like Hogan. He's just like Rock. He's just like fucking name every upper echelon talent of all time. That's where he's at.
Right. Just him. Right now, currently. For the moment.
Right.
But guess what? If Roman were to die tomorrow, someone else is going to take his spot, and
Yeah.
WWE is going to be just
They're going to
fine.
keep on rolling just
Exactly.
like normal. It's just no different than anything else. When Edge fucking had to retire,
And then
it's
Theory,
like
all of a sudden, the guy who you think is going to be the guy in 10 years, right?
Stone Cold breaks his
Eventually.
neck. Stone Cold has to go out on surgery. Guess what? Rock, fucking Hunter, name all the other guys that stepped up. Taker, all of them stepped up. The fucking car just kept on rolling down the road.
Yep. So someone at some point will step up, and there will be a future.
I'm
the
glad
guy.
that Roman's the guy right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad that Roman is that character because he deserves it. And this is the character we should have got from day one.
Yep. And Drew could potentially be that guy, and could have been that guy had not been for the pandemic, unfortunately, and just killed literally all of his momentum and derailed everything. Everything.
It's unfortunate.
Everything.
And then they never went back to it.
No. And oh, by the way, Drew fucking towers over Roman, just as a side note.
Oh, and Brock.
Oh, by the way, yeah, he looked down at Brock like a baby child. He's like, "Oh, hey Brock, what's up down there? Looking, what's going on?
You're a few inches down.
I'm gonna kick your fucking ass."
And that's why it's great because we're going to get this program right now. We're going to hopefully get Drew back established as the number one babyface in the company. Have Roman as the number one heel. Then we just have this all the way to fucking SummerSlam.
And it'll be entertaining either way.
We'll see. We'll see.
AJ doesn't like that. He doesn't like that.
Doesn't like what? Roman and Drew? No, that's where
No,
it should have
that-
been.
That there's more than one face of WWE.
I never said that there wasn't. I said currently, right now, Roman Reigns is that guy who has superseded and burst the bubble of everything because the networks want him on their show, both of them. They don't. The networks aren't saying. USA isn't saying, "Hey, give us Seth Rollins. We want Seth Rollins as champ. We want him to be the guy that everybody's tuning in to see." We that's the way networks look at it. The networks look at it as, we want this guy on our show, on this product on our show, because this guy's a part of it. It's just like Game of Thrones or anything like that.
Unfortunately, it's like
that because
USA didn't pay what Fox paid.
Exactly, and that's
so Fox gets to trump whatever USA has going on, and that's why they got Brock and they got Roman and they got fucking.
And they've been trying to push all these other people on the show to say, okay, let's give it some variety of that aspect. But it all came back to, let's just put the belt on Roman.
You know what, though? Personally, for me, I don't think that the main event star power on SmackDown as a whole
is better than Raw.
Is as big as Raw right now.
Exactly. Roman would be better on Raw because of the people and the talent that he would have to work with on Raw, which then sucks for SmackDown because
SmackDown has Drew. Who else?
I was about to say, can anybody else say?
Who else is the foil to Roman?
I mean,
in on SmackDown
like,
right now?
Like as far as there being a face, so to speak, they're really. I mean, you really can't give us anybody. There's a lot of heels.
Sheamus is over there, but he's down here.
That's another reason why the unification would benefit both SmackDown and Raw and WWE in general.
I think they should have filtered talent between SmackDown and Raw a little bit better as far as who they put on there for Roman. Because, I mean, look, they got Shinsuke. That's the best thing you can give us outside of Drew. Because after Drew, like you said, Shinsuke is he's a former Intercontinental Champion. I mean, that's the only street cred he's got, but he's been in a tag division this whole time.
I don't have their roster right in front of me.
That could go back to all these roster cuts, too, if you think about that.
And that's another thing. You're gonna have to start bringing all these people up from NXT, you know what I mean, eventually to just feed them to Roman for no reason because they're rookies. You know, that's going to look horrible on that aspect. I mean, Roman's first real title run when he first won his title was against who? Can you remember?
Who?
Jimmy Uso. Main event Jimmy. He fought his own family in his first title run, which was fine. I loved it. The story was great. And it just, Roman took it from there. But when you got rid of Braun, when you got rid of Bray, when you got rid of all these guys, and then you start filtering guys from Raw, Seth and the rest of these guys.
Bray might have been a totally different story.
Well, yeah, Bray was on his way out anyway. He wasn't mentally there.
There is nobody on SmackDown outside of Drew that can step to Roman like in their role right now. Walter might be the only other one.
Right. That could.
That's it.
Gunther.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, Gunther.
Gunta.
Right. Which is even worse for Fox. Because I'm looking at it this way: you want to feature Roman Reigns, and Fox paid all that money to get Roman, but you have nothing for Roman to do over there except talk.
No, because if you go to Raw, I mean, bro, AJ Styles, Edge, fucking Bobby Lashley,
Randy,
Brock Lesnar's on Raw.
Yeah.
I would just say, as a businessman, it's slightly naive of you to think that a network is going to pay for one fucking dude. They're paying for the brand and all the billions of dollars that come along with the history.
It's a feature. That's all
right.
it is.
I get they want a feature character,
That's
yes, but they're not paying for the feature character. They're paying for the WWE brand name that comes along with billions of dollars. Not one person. They're paying for the legacy.
Right. Which also
That's all
they
I'm
want,
trying to say.
but they also want.
Yes,
their
they
product.
also want a good product. Yes, but they're
Right.
not paying
And
for Roman fucking Reigns. They're paying for the product and the name.
Mike,
Can you
just
disagree
say,
with me?
Didn't you just say they paid extra just so they can have that man on their show?
Well, I wouldn't say they
that's
paid
fine.
extra, but I think that they just
They outbid.
That's just they outbid anybody else that got SmackDown, and they paid $1 billion. So,
Right, so
if they want Roman, they're gonna get Roman. If they want Brock, they're gonna get Brock. If they want fucking the Montez and whatever his name is.
And that's what I'm
It's
saying.
no different when they go to Saudi and they're like, I want Goldberg and I want fucking so-and-so and I want so-and-so.
It is the same thing, exactly. What you just said.
Right, but they want the product, but with boop, boop, boop. But they want
exactly
the
what
product.
they want. But okay, so the part that you said with boop, boop, boop doesn't matter to your point?
I'm not saying... Well, if it didn't matter, I wouldn't be saying it.
Then that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about your particular point that you just said right there.
Right, but for every market, it's different. It's not right, but they're not buying just Roman Reigns. That happens to come along with WWE.
They're not saying they're not just because
he's not the number one draw. It's the whole product.
But he is a reason for it to be a draw. They see it as a draw, and they're like, if this particular piece of that show was on our network, we are going to get that draw. And that's the way they looked at it as a business executive way of saying the bops are very important pieces to make the whole product productive and profitable on our network.
We should move on to AEW.
Yeah.
Because we've wasted like way too much time on this.
I wouldn't say it's wasted time.
Yeah.
I see both sides. I completely understand. Because like you're saying, right now at this point, Roman Reigns has made more money for the company ever than anybody in a span of however long he's been champion.
And USA is like, that sucks. Why can't we get some of that like love over here?
Pay $1 billion.
Right?
Pay $1 billion.
Pay $1
you get whatever
billion.
you need.
Yeah, exactly.
Roman will be like, how much money am I making? I'll go over there.
NBC, look what NBC did. They said,
Second T-shirts cost $40 now instead of like $10.
No, they are you serious?
I'm kidding. Just
Brand new
especially
shirts
the
are
live
$49.
shows and shit.
Well, the live shows is
Yeah, they're $40 for sure.
Yeah,
I sold $10 million
Crazy.
worth of merch. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, you just
I just bought $400,000 worth of gas because the prices are so high. So
right.
now,
Exxon.
what does that mean?
Yeah, Exxon. I'm gonna get an Exxon T-shirt. That's what I'm gonna do. I might as well buy that merch.
It's gonna be like those fucking PETA commercials. They're like where they're like, save the animals and you'll get a free T-shirt and a subscription to this magazine. Be like, great. So
I'm
I
buying
get
it.
gas and I just get a free quote unquote T-shirt.
Somebody's paying for
Somebody's paying for that T-shirt.
I'm gonna start collecting them. Shell, Exxon, fucking.
You should just walk in and be like, "Can I get my free T-shirt?" They'd be like, "Excuse me, hey, I just bought $40 worth of this shit."
Like I thought it came with a shirt.
I thought it came with a
I'd at least
T-shirt.
get a shirt, right?
Yeah. Don't I get a T-shirt? You get a sticker.
I paid $100 worth of gas and I was like, "Oh, where's the shirt?"
There should be tiers. Like, I get $20 worth of gas. I
Like
get a
actual
bumper
tears that I
sticker.
cry because I'm losing all my money.
You just put it like on a
Because you're
little
spending.
sticker.
You put a teardrop on a sticker every time you get gas.
You just
That's
have
your
a little
punch card.
a baggie that collects the tears that you just keep.
I feel like you put it on your back window, almost like football players with their little stickers on their helmets.
Every time you pay for gas
Yeah,
and it's
just
over $40, you get a
Oh my
you get a
God.
teardrop.
You'd have to have multiple helmets.
I'd have to have multiple vehicles because I'm gonna cry every time. My fucking windows would be full of stickers.
What's your wipers?
Just do it on the paint too.
Oh, damn.
See, I hate those people.
That put
Hey,
stickers.
PSA, don't put bumper stickers on your paint.
Ooh.
Not unless you want it to stain your
most
car.
most cars nowadays, the bumper is the same color as the car, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
that
you
is
think about it,
true.
Well, speaking of same tag team champions from, what is it, the AAA
And Ring of Honor.
and Ring of Honor, went one-on-one with each other this week on Dynamite. Dax and Cash. Man, you talk about an homage match, bro.
Dude, apparently this was their idea.
Yeah, I could see
Oh,
it.
interesting.
The homage that they did. Okay, so
It was like
I
a love
watched,
story to Brett Nolan.
Right.
basically.
I watched the side-by-side comparison. I literally watched it. They really did Brett and Owens match. And then they also did Brett and Chris Benoit's match. But
They peppered in a little bit.
they
from-
peppered in a little bit from, but they tried to recreate the WrestleMania 10.
It was good, dude. I mean, it was a great match, and they didn't stop.
They did not stop.
They just went go, 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 go.
You know what did stop though in the middle of that? My internet. And as well as
that's
I recorded
right.
10 minutes and then 20 minutes of dead air. 10 minutes and then yeah.
Well, I did love the fact too that they had like the 97 heel Heart Foundation logo on the trunks. Yeah,
definitely. They
said
came out
FTR in the
together.
back.
It was great. It was just a great overall.
One came out the heel, one came out the baby
Yeah.
entrance.
Yeah, that's interesting, huh?
They certain things on AEW, and I remember last week we were talking about this. AEW is a fucking tornado, Texas tornado gone wild.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's that little calm that we get some reprieve, entertainment, as Kimmy would say, and that was definitely entertaining because it definitely made you sit there and say, it is a comparison match, but they put their own flavor on it to make it their own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can always say now, I can say, hey, it was almost like when Dax fought Cash. You know, it's almost putting it in its own little box, and I like that.
Yeah,
it was the match of the
weird.
show, I feel.
Oh, really? Elaborate, please.
Well, dude, it's a tag team fighting each other. How often does that really happen,
Yeah.
for one thing?
Well, they played the story too, of, like psychology-wise. They were countering everything. They were constantly back forth. Like they
I
know
know
each other
your
better than
moves,
anybody.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I know what's coming because I can tell just by your footwork or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. The only critique I had, and it's so minor and a nitpicky kind of way, I just wish they would have wore different colored trunks.
Yeah.
That's like my
You
only
didn't like the
nitpick of the whole
Dominic
match.
Baron Corbin throwback.
No, dude, it's weird because like when you turn it, if I was a first time watcher and I turned it on,
You didn't right.
you'd see these guys wearing the same shit fighting, and you'd be like, why are they?
You'd
Why
be-
are they fight? They look
Hey.
like they should be like together. You
And
know what I mean?
that's exactly. I'm glad you said that because that's probably what they wanted you to think.
I mean, that's possible. That's possible.
You're like, man, why are these guys fighting? They're wearing the same clothes. They should be a team. And then at the end, you're like, oh wait, they are a team. What the hell is going on here? Let me find out more.
It
You
is
know?
interesting. They ended up in the brackets that way, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate that they
I'm
were
sure they
wearing the
planned
same
it,
gear, but it was
So
just
that's another question.
a contrast.
Are the brackets official yet?
They've been well. I don't know if these are qualifier matches. I think these are qualifier matches, right?
Yeah.
So we haven't even
thought
gotten
so.
brackets yet.
I don't think we got I think we got some folks in the brackets now.
So like I had said, I think a week or two ago, like I gotta probably go back and look through and see who's qualified for this shit in the first place.
well, we know for sure, like the elite, fucking
Yeah, all of them are in
undisputed elite are in there. Maybe not all of them.
And I don't even know how many people in this tournament. Like, is this a 8-man, 12-man, 46-man? Are we gonna do like a month back and forth? And then not to mention, don't we also have the females?
Yep.
Let's see.
And
We
Brits,
do have a female and male division.
and aren't they putting Britt
Yes.
and Thunder Rosa in it? Oh, not Britt. I'm sorry. Jade is qualifying for it, and Thunder Rosa I thought qualified for it too.
I don't know
what the fuck
that
is
part
that?
actually.
I think Jade definitely. I'm questionable about Thunder Rosa, but
Well, I mean, I know that Tony Storm and Britt Baker are in it.
Yeah. They're in it.
that should
Yeah,
just be
because
the
I'm
end.
trying to find like the official
Yeah,
OMR bracket. But I don't
AEW,
think
get your shit together. Come on, you gotta be more like we've said this to you guys plenty of times. We can't watch the Twister fuck, but we're trying to follow you. We love your product. We find it entertaining, but just pepper a little structure in there, color in the lines. One picture, just color in the lines. We just want to see what it looks like.
Their product is very Tony Khan like. It's very all over the place.
It is.
It's
That's
almost
probably
like an
because
excited
he's,
puppy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
He's running it.
Wait, what did he say?
He's the booker.
I think he's
he's Ric Flair in it.
Oh.
I think he's bumping a little too hard on that devil's dandruff.
Yeah,
he's
his
bumping.
eyes are.
Yeah, you saw him at the
He
at the
can't feel his
draft, right?
face.
I think he's all over that fucking Adderall or Vyvanse or cocaine
Oh.
or something.
cocaine.
Yeah, that's very bad.
Because every time he comes out, we're gonna run out there. We're gonna have the best show of all time. Oh my god! He's just always
That's probably why Adam Cole cut him off. They all in the back were like, "Yo, nah, we can't." Adam, we'll talk. We'll tell him.
So I don't see an official Owen Hart tournament. Like
Yeah.
there, I see like so these are all qualifier.
But
So
nobody's
these are all
released the bracket.
qualifiers. So I guess the bracket's not set yet.
Yeah,
that,
and
that
that's-
must
So they're
be the
qualifying to be in the bracket.
case. That must be it.
I mean, when is this shit even gonna start?
I mean, well, I think Double or Nothing
Double
is
or
when
Nothing,
it'll,
yeah.
like
When it
saw it.
starts?
No, when it ends. Like I think the end of the end of this month. So you have
So that's 3 weeks. They got 3 weeks.
No, that's
they
May
got 4
28th.
weeks. May
Yeah.
29th.
well, I
or
mean,
29th,
It's May
yeah.
29th.
well, 3 weeks to have the tournament, and then
Yeah.
the 25th to have your semifinals would have to be because the finals would be at the
I
Double or
think
Nothing.
they're doing it. And they may do a semifinal and the final at the show. I don't know how
Dude, that's
they're going to
8
structure
matches with just 4 people.
it. No, if there's 4 people, there's 2 matches.
I mean, yeah. I'm holding my hands up like
I know you're like in a bracket.
like in a bracket. Yeah, I'm like in a bracket. Yeah, semi. So that's 4. Yeah, because semi.
So yeah, unless they
So
did
that's
like
6 matches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah, because if you think about it, like
5,
for the
6, 7.
card.
That's 7 matches. No, you can't do that, bro.
In
Well, no,
4
not
weeks?
if you want to do in 4. Yeah,
No, I'm saying in one night.
no, it's not
No.
going to do.
No,
it.
You said if
night.
they did the semis and the finals
No, he's talking about the final itself.
No, if they did the semis and the final,
in one night,
that's 3 matches total.
but per side.
No, because the semi to get to the final is you got 2 on this side, 2 on this side of the
Right,
bracket.
and that's the men's.
That's 2 That's 2 matches.
And then the
and
finals is your third, so that's the men's final.
So
and
there's
then
3.
the females would
Yeah.
be another 3. So that's 6. I'm sorry, so 6 matches in one night.
If
for
they
just-
if they did it that
That's
way,
too much.
they could do the brackets on fucking
Yeah, I would think
Rampage or
I would think
Dark or Elevation. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no!
I'm
'cause
still not
No, I
watching.
think it's on Rampage and Dynamite.
So I would literally think, wouldn't you want to start it this week?
They would
Yeah,
have
they
to.
might. I mean, they've been talking about
They've
the
already had a couple matches already.
but they haven't even
for the
said
bracket.
anything about the brackets.
So the women, so we know Tony
setting
Storm
them
and what's her name?
Brit. All right.
No. What's Brit's girl's name? The heater. Hater?
Oh, hater.
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 Jamie
The
Hater.
hater.
Hater the
Hater's
heater.
hater.
God damn it. So her and Tony Storm are in round 1. That's the first round
So they've made that official.
for that one.
Does that start? When is that starting? Is that this week?
It has to be this
So
week.
then that makes sense then for them to have the finals.
Because remember, they've been
not
doing
the-
these backstages with like no confrontation.
Right. So that means that they would have to do. You got 2 shows.
Yeah. So
a
you
week.
got.
You could do the
Wednesday,
men's on
Friday.
one, women's on another, and flip flop back and forth.
They could have multiple matches, dude. That's what I'm saying. They could do multiple
Right,
matches.
because they haven't
per
even told us
Dynamite.
how many people are in it. We don't know if it's a 10-man tournament per
I
side.
imagine it would be like 8. I imagine it would be 8,
so
right?
4 2.
Because if they do 16,
one.
yeah, they need to get on the ball.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking.
If they want to do it at Double or Nothing. But that's what I've gathered was they would have the championship. Because didn't they say that on air one time? That they would have the finals of that, or no? Maybe it's the Forbidden Door is when they're going to do that. Do we know when that pay-per-view
I
is?
think it's a total of 16 match or like things.
16 participants per
Yeah.
side.
Let me
Yeah.
see when this Forbidden Door is.
Because when
'cause
you
maybe
look at all
that's
the
it.
graphics, if you look at them, basically, like, it's got, like, the, you know what I mean? You can kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, no, they haven't announced the bracket yet, but I
But
think they
that's
kind of are showing, like, how
June
many.
26th.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I can't see it as a 16-man
No.
tournament per side. That's just too much.
And then look for the women's when they show theirs. See how it's only 4 matches per side?
Oh, I see what you. Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yes and no.
They would
if
have to
that
put a
makes any
spot
sense.
and then
Yeah.
a spot, right?
Yeah.
The next thing you know, it's going to be like a fucking double King of the Ring tournament, and you got like 15 weeks of.
So, like, the women have 8 participants and the men have 16, is what it looks like.
Okay, so women in 4 matches, men
Yeah.
are 8.
Yeah.
Man, talk about equality. Oh, there's that.
Well,
There's
because
that diversity.
it's no different than the WWE. They just have a less saturated women's division than men's,
Yeah,
obviously.
Well, WWE has. I mean, AEW just has too many people to begin with.
Yeah, well.
But whatever, the tournament should be good. I'm thinking, definitely like Mike said, Adam Cole's winning the men's, and then the women's. I gotta give it to Britt, man. I think Britt might just be that AEW gem for them until Charlotte or somebody come around.
I think it's going to be Tony.
Well, is Jade in it? Does anybody know if Jade? Because if Jade's in it, then she can't lose.
I don't know that yet.
I don't think she is. I don't think any of the champions are.
I could have sworn Jade was in it.
I don't think any of the
Well,
champions are in it.
we'll check that out.
Yeah, there's nothing on. I'm looking all through this shit, and I'm like, I don't see it. But I think they were saying that the final is going to be
Double or nothing.
no at the
Or Forbidden Door?
The Forbidden Door. June,
So that-
June 26th.
So then,
So
does it
next month.
start at Double or Nothing then?
I don't know.
Just Double or Nothing's this month, yeah.
Yeah, and if they're not doing the finals for this pay-per-view for the Owen Hart thing until Forbidden Door, which is dumb, that doesn't make any sense. Are you sure?
I don't
Dude,
know.
they can
I thought
totally
that's what I
pepper
heard.
in those matches over the next 4 weeks. There's no reason why they can't get that done.
Right, and
So
wait
they
all
might
the
have
way
a match here, a match there, a
Right.
match here, a match there. It's totally fine.
You're absolutely right. They don't have to go all the way to June for that.
Well, no one said they were going to.
No, that's what he
Unless the
said.
bracket's huge. Yeah. Oh, I thought I heard on TV that they were gonna
The
crown
finals.
the Owen Hart final matches at the Forbidden Door.
That's 2 months.
So that bracket must be pretty big then.
Well,
Because if it's a qualifier to get in now, and then if there's 16 people in each bracket,
that's 32 matches that you have to do before you even get your
yeah, that's
brackets filled in on just the men's side.
yeah. So if they do it for 2 months, they need
They need to start.
But here's the thing with AEW again, like you guys were just saying. Tell us better stories, man. You got to explain better to what the fuck's happening. Give us more dates. Give us more time frames to know what the fuck's, when is this going to be crowned? Here's the bracket. Here's who's going to be fighting to be in the brackets. Like all this shit. They need to make a bigger deal out of it. This is Owen Hart we're talking about here.
It's the Owen Hart Foundation.
It's unfortunate.
Speaking of unfortunate,
Yeah.
we have a new Well, that's not unfortunate.
It was unfortunate for that kid that we seen on social media.
What happened?
No, Sammy!
It was unfortunate for my fantasy too.
Yeah, your free. Oh man, yeah, your fantasy has just been unfortunate. Like I don't want to be a part of your fantasy, there, Mr. B. No, but seriously, Scorpio Sky, Sammy Guevara, 1-on-1 for the TNT Championship in a ladder match. Man, that shit went all over the place.
Yeah,
we had some crazy spots. Paige Van Zant got jumped in there. Ty Conte came in there.
I kind of like the spot where the girls were on the opponent's backs.
Oh, and the fighting on the ladder?
Fighting on the ladder, and they're going up, and then once they get to the top, the girls start fighting each other on top of their shoulders.
It's a great little
hilarious
spot. And then, of course, the barbed wire ladder.
Ouch. Well, like you said, man, it's basically become, if you're going to be a champion in AEW,
yeah, you better be ready to die.
You got to be ready to fucking bleed.
You better be ready to bleed and or die at the same damn time.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that match. I'm glad Scorpio won it again.
I mean,
Scorpio is the epitome of like a singles champion right now.
Really?
Dude, he's so good. Yeah, he may not be the best promo. He may not be like the best in-ring worker. However, dude, he's right there. He's basically, I don't want to say he's in that Sami Zayn category, but or like Ricochet.
Oh no. Okay, Ricochet. Yes.
Yeah, work rate wise, he can go with anybody, but and he looks the part too. So
I was gonna say that too. Yeah.
I just don't like the flip flopping of the belt, bro. Like, just keep it one place. You know what I mean? Like they're all doing this to build up to that tag match. That's what they want. The Paige Van Zandt, Ty Conti shit show.
It will be, yeah.
That's what they're built. Do you have to keep putting the title back and forth?
And it'll be like a street fight watch,
right? And didn't she just win? Kimmy, you saw that? Didn't she just win the title?
Some indie title, yeah.
Ty Conti?
Yeah, something in Mexico.
Yeah, and I think
it wasn't the AAA, right?
No.
I can look it up.
I mean,
I'm not sure the title name, but her and Sammy both basically won the equivalent of the men's and women's. Like he got the men's, she got the women's.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
So I don't know what promotion it is.
Was it TNA?
No.
They
don't exist anymore.
They went to Impact and just won all the belts.
I mean, speaking of Impact and TNA,
yeah. Well, you look that up. You got somebody coming through. Come on, let us know.
I mean, apparently, we got some teases towards a certain 7 foot taller that you can't teach. Came out all sorts of. You can't teach that big dummy.
Can't teach that.
But no, MJF made a phone call to a certain somebody saying if you want to make 6 figures, they can come to AEW and have a match with old Wardlow. And he said he's bigger than him, he's smarter than him, all these things, and you can't teach that.
You can't teach that.
There's only one person I know that's bigger than Wardlow. That
if Enzo comes in, I'm gonna cry, bro.
That would be fucking.
I'm gonna cry. I'm going.
If he's the hype man coming down to the ring, I guarantee you, everybody is going to fucking say their shit, dude. 100%. They were so fucking over.
That's enough.
Ugh. So fucking over.
So terrible.
That
Poor
year,
WWE.
That year, the Hardys came back and won it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad for them. Because I said, you know what? This was their year. I thought they had it.
I was hoping, even with the Hardys there, I was still hoping that...
Nah, once the Hardys came out, dude, everybody knew.
Well, I mean, I know we knew, but it was like, I hope not.
Yeah.
I would love to see Cass and Enzo get a run with these belts, because they never had any belts.
No.
Even in NXT, they didn't get the titles.
Which is, I mean, sad is what it is. Deplorable.
Mismanagement.
Speaking of mismanagement, Hook.
Yeah.
Danhausen. What the hell is going on there? Is that a tag team?
I don't know.
They must be a tag team?
Well, Hook hasn't beat his ass yet, so I mean, there's that.
You feel Hook is losing some steam, bro?
Look, man, it's all about presentation, and he's not being presented right now in a way that he was when he was first on Rampage, just getting wins after win. Right now, it's like, okay, so now we're just going to randomly put him with Danhausen, who's a
clown,
a guy that
fucking
just
clown,
basically he does curses or what the fuck ever.
Bro,
I think his nonchalant attitude worked for the first couple of times, but now he just comes out and it's super boring, and I'm like, cool. So he just comes out, looks like he just got out of bed, has a match, leaves, and that's it. Like that, he literally doesn't cut any promos. He doesn't do fucking
charisma.
anything.
There's nothing.
nothing
to bite onto.
Well, they took him off TV for like a few weeks all of a sudden because like he was building steam, and then he just disappeared off of Rampage for weeks.
I mean, so the real question is, what the hell do you do with him?
I mean, me personally, I'd build him back up to where he was. I would just do it on Dynamite, not Rampage. Just let him go out there and fight a bunch of fucking,
Goldberg him. You Goldberg him.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you got to be careful, though, because you got two other people that they're kind of trying to do that with. Well, not really, but they got Wardlow on one side and you got Jade on the other side that they're kind of doing the Goldberg treatment.
You don't think a Wardlow hook, powder keg waiting to happen?
No.
Just be Powerbomb City, huh?
Because right now, like in their roster, like Wardlow is the biggest, baddest dude they got right now. I mean, outside of Samoa Joe.
I mean, is it really Wardlow's way?
I mean, Keith Lee, but they haven't really presented Keith Lee yet with anything.
Tag team.
Yeah, they haven't. I mean, they've made him look big, but
Samoa Joe has gone to Ring of Honor. It's kind of one of those. But I mean, it's all about the presentation, like we said. Hook is we're just at.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're just at the point where Hook is just like, I would rather, like you said, him come out as that badass, beat your face, almost like what they did with, okay, I'm going to say it. Please nobody shoot me. All right. Almost like how they did with Ryback when he first started, when it was the Feed Me More and it was like, come out, smash, have the crowd leave, so to speak.
that's what he was doing. Yeah, he was coming out. Basically, he would get 80-20, if not more than that, offense-wise.
Yeah.
And then choke you out, and then he would leave.
Dude, when he suplexed that bear, dude, that's when I was like, oh. That was momentum all day.
I think Hook has something. We'll have to wait and see, but it depends on what his promo style is going to be. He doesn't look like he's going to be known for his promos, but he just kind of comes out and doesn't say much and just.
It'd be funny if he gets on the mic and he's like,
meow, 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 meow,
oh my God.
He just looks like he doesn't care.
It's just getting a
It's
little
like,
stale.
it's a match.
But see, we don't mind that if presented right. It's just, I don't know. It's
Boring.
I feel like they're trying to do too much.
You
with
know,
it.
Give me
do
with
so
the
much
one
then.
words today. Yes, boring. No, boring.
Trying to fill in the gaps here.
No, it definitely. I agree.
I don't go, ooh, a Hook match. I'm like, cool. Is it done?
Yeah, there's nothing that excites you like it used to.
No. And
Like,
they
he
keep
used to
putting
have
him
a
against
buzz.
jobbers, basically. Like, it's just whatever.
I think the whole thing about his dad's belt, like that, got me more interested. You got me interested in that. Now.
That's where the story should be. I mean, that's just you can keep him strong on the undercard. He doesn't really necessarily need to be involved in like any of the singles titles. You know what I mean? The TNT title, the tag titles. He's like, nah, man, I want this fucking FTW belt. And if that means I got to get it from my dad's handpicked dude, then so be it. That would be way better. Put that story on him, because then we can kind of like relate. You know what I mean?
I said of Danhausen. I don't like the whole Danhausen thing.
No, it's stupid.
No, Danhausen needs to like go fuck with the Dark Order.
Oh, dude. Yes.
I feel like Danhausen should be a Sami Zayn, is where he's just kind of a meddler. Like, he just fucks with people all the time. But there's no rhyme or reason to it. He doesn't really have one particular opponent.
Right. That's why I think that whole Dark Order thing would be cool for him for now, because he's got like 50 people over there. You know what I mean? Like, go join, go mess with them. That could be a nice little Dark promo. Put all that shit on Dark.
Anyway.
Well, should there still be a Dark Order, really?
There is still a Dark Order.
Well, no, should there be, though?
Oh, no, of course not. But who's gonna stop that?
Tony. He won't.
The Jericho Appreciation Association or whatever.
Jericho's Appreciation Society.
Jazz.
Jazz do.
Whatever.
Oh my God. Well, speaking of our own little world, it's time once again for us to dive in to the MACKDOwn Fantasy.
Well, let's get into it, man.
Yeah, the fantasy.
So the fantasy league. So Kimmy winning the week. I'm just gonna go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off.
No, she damn sure didn't.
Oh, she didn't win the week. That's right. You won the week. Is this the first time you've won the week since you lost your title?
No, last week we tied.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's
then
still a loss because you didn't win. So
Damn.
I lost 2 then.
We're both losers.
well, there you go.
We lost
We
together.
lost together. Yeah.
So
It was
this,
a draw.
So technically, this is the first time, right?
We're losers with the highest scores, but we're losers, right? Yeah.
Yep.
No, you didn't win, but you didn't lose. You're like right there, just floating around
So we're
in empty space.
we're
We're in the 6th
Tied
division.
for first.
we're linners.
Yeah.
We're linners.
Woozers.
Woozers.
We're woozers.
Woozers.
I'm such a woozer. All right.
Anyway.
Let's get the numbers out here.
All right, so this week Mr. B did not come in last.
Oh.
So the nameless one finally came in last, which with 15 points. So Cam, EO, and then we got Mr. B over there with 17 points in 4th place.
Yeah.
In 3rd place, it's yours truly with 20, so not terrible, not too terrible. But then we got Kimmy over there with 25, so pretty damn respectable score. And then AJ to win the week for the first time of the quarter with 28 points. We'll give him something. He did some jumping jacks and jumped and yoo-hooed and everything when he found out.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
He
It was a
he
great
pet
moral
his
victory.
Precious over there, you know.
I Becky Lynch that shit, and then of course Oscar over here.
But yeah, so that would give our quarter totals to we'll start from last to first. So of course number 5 we got Mr. B with 60 points, and then we got Cam with 76 points. I'm right above that with 80 points, and then in 2nd place we got AJ coming up, and then AJ with 91 points. And then Kimmy with 92 points.
One
Hell yeah.
damn point.
1 point. It's 1 point.
1 point.
So Kimmy's still in the lead.
I swear, if it goes 1 point this whole quarter, and Kimmy just keeps
That'd
that
be
1 point,
hilarious, dude.
I will damn near.
That'd be the closest one yet.
Listen, I need you to start getting way less than like more than me, or like right close to my score.
Well-
I need you to have. I need to make up this deficit so
Me
I
too.
can be first overall, because that's what I'm really going for.
I like holding on to this
So
belt.
you need to quit.
Well, speaking of overall, let's look at those overall
Yeah.
yearly totals. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
All right, so the overall. So again, the winner, the one with the most points here for the overall, gets the mini. So in last place,
I want the mini.
I want the mini.
we got Mr. B with 456.
He's getting the 500, baby. I'm telling you, he's getting the
gonna
500.
He'll get
He's
the
getting the
500.
500.
He'll
believe in
definitely get
I
the
believe
500.
500.
And then we got Kimmy at 651. So in 4th place. And then in 3rd place, we got Cam with 692. I'm right above that in 2nd place with 699. And then AJ.
I broke it.
Still out in front.
I broke it.
But he's the first one to 700. So he's got 717.
17. I'm telling you right now, my goal is to try to get over 750, which I think is possible.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
800, I think 800 is the
That's your
realistic.
goal?
Is a realistic goal.
800, huh? Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we got
Man,
till SummerSlam, so that's
I
August.
just need to start closing the gap. I just need to close the gap.
I mean, you are closing the gap.
Hey, I'm trying, man. I need all of you to start fucking up.
Well, I mean, Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, where is Dolph?
Dolph is negative 8
Where's
for
Dolph?
right there on the second.
He's
Mike's.
got -8. That's where he's
-8
at.
for the
That's
season
a lot,
right now.
bruh.
Well, I picked him, and he literally lost the title that first Monday night,
And
and
then
then
just
he's
disappeared.
literally not been on TV since then.
Good God.
So he's got -8 fucking points for me right now, which is a super bummer. So Bailey, please come back.
He's the only person with negative land over here. Damn.
Yeah, he sucks. He's terrible. He
Mr.
fucked me over.
Mr. B, your team took a beating this week, bro.
Yeah. Not as
I
bad
mean,
as
this is about as Cam's, but damn, you lost the belt. Ugh.
all of my players have super low scores. I need more than this. Besides RK Bro, man, it's like 5 or less. It's not great.
Sasha and Naomi are doing it for you.
Yeah, they are doing pretty good.
I mean, yeah,
24.
overall for sure, but look at the week overall. Like right now, I need more.
Yeah.
I need more.
I'm the only person with everybody in double digits.
Yep. And that's why you're in the lead this week.
Damn, that -8. That feels horrible.
Yeah, Bailey's gonna have a fucking hole to climb out of.
Hell to climb out of, yeah. Seriously.
But the sooner the better.
Oh,
apparently
man.
they're ready to go. They just ain't getting called. Like Alexa, the same thing. Alexa's like, I'm just.
Well, she went and got married and everything. She's like, screw it. If I got time off, I might as well just.
Well, they're because they just continued the same bullshit storyline that she had months and months and months before she came back. It's like, okay, she's been off TV, freshen her up, give her something fucking new.
No one
like,
cares about the dumb doll.
we're done with the
good.
fucking stupid
Oh,
doll,
my God,
dude.
that whole
Quit
thing.
pause and playing these fucking
Yeah,
stupid
quit taking Bray
storylines.
Wyatt's fucking story and continuing it on
Yeah,
forever and ever.
they
Amen.
thought they could do the Razor Diesel character change thing all
Awful,
over
dude. It's
again.
the worst
and
ever.
You realize you can't do that. This is
I
not
told you, man. That's what I
Sin
feel
Cara.
like. I feel like this is the new generation 2.0 right now, like that era of WWE. So like when it was still in that weird like Doinks there still, and the Goon.
Duke the Dumpster Grocery.
Yeah, Duke the Dumpster Grocery.
Grocery?
I
Is that
cannot.
what you said?
No, Duke.
Dude, this today is an absolute mess. I am so sorry for all the editing you're gonna have to do.
Oh my God! You know, let's
It'll
just
be fun.
let's just go to our big four.
Let's go ahead and
takeaway.
wrap
yeah,
this
let's
shit
wrap
up.
this shit
Let's
up.
get outta here
All
already.
right. All right. So this week, as we see, just like this podcast, shit show. So with that being said, I'll start with you, Kimmy. What's your big four takeaway of the week?
I'm glad Asuka returned.
Yeah.
I'm
Same.
ready for some new vibrant energy in the women's division, and hopefully #Bailey come back. That's all I have to say about that.
Oh,
Yes, I like that.
I'm ready for new.
Mr. MacD.
Mine is Drew and Roman finally are gonna get their thing, and
Yes.
hopefully they take this to SummerSlam. They stretch it out a little bit, and let's get some fucking put some fire back under Drew for a little bit. For
Let's
Christ's
do
sake.
it.
Put some new blood out there. I mean, you know, and give him take the fucking sword. I'm sorry.
Give the man a bottle of whiskey and take away the sword. Thank
Take
you.
away
my
the
God,
sword,
yes.
bro.
The whiskey with get rid of the sword because you can't drink and sword respectively and responsibly. So
You can't sword and drink.
you can't drink and sword.
Don't
you
drink
know?
and sword. # don't drink and sword. But yeah, no, he needs to get rid of the sword. You know, go back to that crazy Drew that when you were in that run for the title, when you fought Roman the first time at Mania.
Give me the
Well, he
denim
was the-
jeans and tank top Roman, or excuse
Roman.
me, Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah, like he's on the.
Yeah, like he just got out of the bar.
Yeah,
He's about to kick your arse.
Your arse.
That's,
he can do that.
I know.
A bottle of whiskey, dude. Walking down with a bottle of whiskey, throw the jack down, get in the ring, and just start kicking ass.
I mean, he can't do that because
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Or
It's
maybe-
too bad because that
maybe
would get
just
over.
have him in the back, like take a shot. in the face.
Doesn't
Put
even
it
have to
down
be
on
that
the
because I know he
table.
has his demons and whatnot.
Who, Drew?
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, that's true.
Was he? Did he? Oh.
Yeah, he
He
was an
went- he went
alcoholic
through
for a
it,
little
yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah, he probably didn't want to do that.
But you know what I'm saying. Just turn him
It's
into
too
more of a.
The Psycho Drew. I like the Psycho Drew.
Yeah, I don't need
Psycho
the sword and the stone, Drew. Anyway,
Yeah, the sword. I'm done. Well, it's a claymore, so that's his finisher. That's just it's WWE.
great.
Everybody's a
Everything has to be
Next, you
literal.
gonna be starting a new catchphrase. There can only be one.
Oh,
and then he
my
cut somebody's
God.
head off. Yeah.
Ultimately, that's the end game, right? I mean, he's got to kill somebody with the sword, right?
Oh my God. Okay, Berserker. Jesus.
What's your takeaway there, Mr. B?
My takeaway is Mustafa coming back.
Really?
Gets digged on too.
He did
In
get
the
shit
ring.
on. He still shows that he can't cut a great promo. He's been gone this
Aw,
whole
poor
time.
guy.
He forgot how to talk. Well.
He almost sounds like a kid, like a really tiny kid that's trying to be all like intimidating.
I don't want to go to school, Mom.
No, just just talking shit. Like
I don't want to go to school, Mom.
you have a big nose, or your breath stinks,
So,
or whatever fucking corny.
Yeah.
That's the way I see Mustafa. But he's a hell of a wrestler, man. God damn,
Yeah, he can get it.
he's good. What's your takeaway, Mr. Drew?
So, Mr. Drew, okay. So my I got that. My takeaway is the fact that I don't like the fact that they canceled the tag team unification match. Why
Yeah.
build that shit the fuck up like that?
It's a
then
little
just
unnerving. Not
then
gonna lie.
take it from me. I mean, and watch, they're gonna come back and say, "Oh, we just postponed it." Dude, if they do it tomorrow night on Raw, I will die.
No way.
Do you think it ends in a schmaz?
If they do it tomorrow night on Raw.
Yeah. it
Remember I
has to,
said
right?
that. Remember I said that first. By the way, this is AJ Nostradamus shit. I swear to God, if they do it tomorrow on Raw, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, like why not? That's a total WWE thing.
Yeah, because it's the go home show.
We're going
This
to
is
have
the
it
go-home
right
show.
now.
Oh shit!
And then again on the pay-per-view.
They're gonna do it
Sorry.
tomorrow night on Raw, bro.
I don't know.
Let's see, I guess.
We'll find out. Only time will tell
Next
at this
time on the MACKDOWN Podcast, we will find.
Yeah, so that's my takeaway. That's all I got.
Yeah, me too. That's all I got too.
I guess we're done here.
We're done then. That's
We
it.
are done.
All right, so in the words of AJ, for AJ, I'm AJ.
Hi, AJ. Hi, AJ. All right, I'm ringing this bell. We're out of here.
All right, so for AJ, Mike, Mr. B, Kimmy, this is the MACKDOWN. Follow, like, subscribe at MACKDOWN Podcast.
At MACKDOWN Podcast.
And MACKDOWN Podcast.
And we'll see you next time right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast. Drink a little, have a little fun.
Have no argument. That's fine.
It was fun.
Those are great, man.
I don't even remember why we started arguing, but that's okay. I know why,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. Like, I don't remember
What triggered?
exactly. the flip got switched, and that's all I know.
It makes for entertainment.
Buttons can be pushed on all sides.
Yeah, it makes for good entertainment.
Indeed.
Oh, wait till we goddamn book something. Man, that's
Mike.
Wait till we fucking goddamn.
We're gonna fuck Dan?
Fucking goddamn.
Oh.
is that a goddamn?
Is this a goddamn? All right.
Well, yeah, I know, right? That's why I put this down.
Like the electricity.
So